What it do? What it do? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, what's happening with it? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling good today. Back, and we gonna cook. We gonna cook. Let's get it popping today. Y'all smash on my like button when you come in the building. Make sure y'all hit my like button. And we're going to have a great show today. Definitely going to have a hell of a show today. Yes, sir. So when y'all come in the building, smash on the like button. Let me know you're in the building. I know they ain't sending out my notifications like they supposed to, but hit the like button so they can get out my notifications and jump in the comments and let me know when you're in the building. Randall Bivens, what's happening with it? Jaron Davis, what's good with it? Salute. Yeah. We're gonna have a hell of a show today. A hell of a show today. We're gonna break this. We're gonna break everything down. We're gonna break everything down. Ultimate Fight Club, what's happening with it? What's happening with it, my man? Ultimate Fight Club. Outside the Box Media, what's good with it? Salute. Yeah. The Assassin DLJ, what's good with it? Man, I got the actual transcripts of the lawsuit between Bob Arum and between Terence Crawford on Bob Arum. So we really finna break this shit down. And let's talk about, do Terence Crawford actually have a valid lawsuit? We gonna talk about this shit. Because it really needs to be broke down. Let's really, break this shit down. What else we got? So y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. I appreciate that. Outside Box Media, I appreciate that. Wayne Weatherspoon, what's happening with it? Salute. The Real Marlo TV, what's good with it, Marlo? What's happening with it? Yeah. So like I said, it's gonna be a hell of a show. Plus, I got my cousin down in Flint. He gonna come through the building later on, and he gonna let everybody know something big that Clarissa Shields is doing in the city for the youth. So yeah. We got a lot to go on in this show. So hit the like button. Make sure that y'all smash the like button. Before we even get started, I don't know if everybody knew, but Luis Ortiz was ordered to fight Philip. What's his name? He was ordered to fight Hrgovic, right? Philip Hrgovic. And Luis Ortiz, he said he's not fighting that dude. You know what I'm saying? They turned it down. He's not going to fight Philip Hrgovic. He's not going to fight Hrgovic. And Hrgovic, he came out and he made a statement about it. And he said that basically Luis Ortiz is scared and ducking him. Now, if I'm Luis Ortiz, I wouldn't have took the fight neither. What you trying to put me in the fight with this dude for? What does he have for me? What does he bring to the table? He brings nothing to the table for me. I'm not fighting this dude. For what? And you're going to try to pay me minimal money to fight him. No, I'm turning it down too. So I don't have a problem with Luis Ortiz turning down the bout with Hrgovic. He just fought a final eliminator with Charles Martin. Now you trying to tell me I got to go in and fight another final eliminator with Hrgovic? Nah, I'm straight. So I'm glad that Luis Ortiz turned that shit down. Adonis K3, what's happening with it? Salute. Bumpy Thompson, what's good with it? So yeah, we're gonna have a great show when we get to breaking this this whole lawsuit that Terence Crawford has on Bob Arum. Yeah, we gonna talk about the real, and we gonna, let's dig into it and see, does he have a strong case against Bob Arum? Yeah. So, like I said, hit the like button once again. Comment. Let me know you're in the building. So, hold on, y'all. Some other news I want to pull up for y'all. As far as some other news, what y'all think? Who y'all want to see Canelo Alvarez in there next? Do y'all want to see him go fight Jamal Charlo? Or would you rather Canelo fight one of the champions at 175? Who would y'all want to see? Y'all want to see him fight Charlo next? Or y'all want to see him fight one of the champions at 175? And y'all smash the like button. Me personally, I would rather for him to fight Jamal Charlo, because I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I wish that Jamal Charlo was good enough to beat Canelo Alvarez, but I don't believe he could beat Canelo. And for my personal reasons, I want him to go in there and show everybody that Jamal Charlo can't beat him, just for the fact is that I've been arguing with people for years, telling people for years that Jamal Charlo can't beat Canelo. And so, shit, just to prove me right. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all just to prove me right. So I want to, I want him to fight Jamal Charlo next. Wayne Weatherspoon says, I would like to see Canelo fight Boo Boo Andrade, and he said, or David Benavidez or Charlo. If you had to pick one, who you gonna pick? If you had to pick one, you got to pick one fighter. Who you gonna pick? Randall Bivens says Charlo boasts about lines only, then show it. Yeah. But a lot of them guys that y'all be rooting for, a lot of them dudes, when it comes to Canelo, they don't really believe they can beat Canelo. I think that Demetrius Andrade really believe that he can beat him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Charlo really believe he could beat Canelo Alvarez. I really don't. They didn't offer Charlo a contract on actually 2 different occasions that's been documented. 2 different occasions. I don't think he really could believe. I mean, I might be wrong. He might do believe he can beat him. But I don't really think that he could believe. I think that he much more want that payday. Bumpy Thompson said, if he's on his Derevyanchenko type fight, Maul versus Canelo. Bro, y'all got to go look at the Derevyanchenko fight again. Yeah, Jamal Charlo did win that fight clearly, but I saw a whole lot of holes in Jamal Charlo game in that Derevyanchenko fight. I think a lot of people overlooked what happened to how Jamal Charlo fought in the second half. He gassed out and he got hit a lot in the second half of that fight. Probably from like the later second half, from like the 8th round on. Jamal Charlo. Now the first from like the first part of the fight, the first half, of the fight, Jamal Charlo, he dominated the fight. But he started gassing out in the end, and Derevyanchenko was landing a lot of shots on Jamal Charlo. Bumpy Thompson, go watch that fight again. Guarantee you, go watch that fight again, Bumpy Thompson. And if they fight and you say you see a lot of holes in Canelo, well then make sure that you come on here and put your money where your mouth is. Make sure that you come on here and let me know that you're real about what you're saying and put your money where your mouth is. That's all I'm telling you. And I'm a much bigger fan of Jamal Charlo, but I don't let my feelings cloud my vision. I don't let my feelings about who I'm a fan of cloud my vision of what's really gonna happen in the fight. You know. And I picked Caleb Plant to beat Canelo because I felt that Caleb Plant had the skill set to beat Canelo. But at the end of the day, ultimately what it came down to is Caleb Plant did have the skill set, but the power that Canelo has, it made Caleb Plant fight different than, you know what I'm saying, than he usually fights. He wasn't as aggressive as he usually is. And not only that, the lack of punching, the lack of pop that Caleb Plant was willing to sit down and put on his punches against Canelo. Because don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. The power that you seen in the Canelo fight with Caleb Plant actually got a lot more power than he showed in that fight. But the thing is he was so afraid of what was coming back at him, he wasn't sitting down on none of his shots. He was pity-patting. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't sitting down on his shots like he was in the Jose Uzcategui fight, in the Mike Lee fight. Why? Because you got a different level of opponent in front of you. So he wasn't sitting down on his shots to get that respect from Canelo. So Canelo, seeing that he wasn't going to sit down on his shots, and he wasn't, everything that he was landing on Canelo was pity pat shit. So Canelo didn't give Canelo nothing to stop forward. Like he didn't give Canelo nothing to have to really think about. Canelo saying like, okay, this dude he can't hurt me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just walk him down. And that's what happened. I thought that Caleb Plant was going to go in there and use his whole arsenal. I thought he was going to sit down on his shots to get Canelo's respect, but that's the main key thing that he didn't do. He did not sit down on his shots to get Canelo's respect because he was so worried about the counter punching and the hard shots that Canelo was coming back to him. And it wasn't so much the head shots because Caleb Plant, he was defensively sound. He got real good upper body movement himself. You know what I'm saying? He got good footwork. So it wasn't so much the head shots, it was the body shots because the body don't move. And Canelo started attacking Caleb Plant's body. And it was the body shots that was really bothering Caleb Plant. And he didn't want to stand there and sit down on his shots. And therefore, Canelo, you know, he didn't have nothing to worry about. When you're a fighter like Canelo and you figure out, hey, this man can't hurt me, I'm coming forward. I'm going to get him up out of there. I'm going to eventually get his ass up out of there because I'm going to just walk through his shit to get some. Outside the Box Media says a young Derevyanchenko would have beat Charlo. Yeah, and then a lot of people not understanding, like, bro, we putting too much of sauce on the Derevyanchenko win. Like, Derevyanchenko was older. You know what I'm saying? Derevyanchenko, look at his last fight. That's the fight. That's his fight right after Charlo. Look at his last fight. Derevyanchenko been beat. He's been beat by Daniel Jacobs. I felt that he won the Triple G fight, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But he been beat by Brian Castano earlier on in his career. Derevyanchenko was beat by Brian Castano, been beat by Daniel Jacobs, been beat, just got beat his last fight. he's been beat. So, I think we putting a lot of sauce on Derevyanchenko and acting like Derevyanchenko is an A+ level class fighter, and Derevyanchenko was a young, fresh fighter. He wasn't. He already went through a war with Triple G, went through tough fights with Daniel Jacobs, he had been in his share of tough fights. Got beat by Brian Castano. $503, salute. What's happening with it? 817, what's good with it? Juan Ramos, what's happening with it? Oh, yeah, man, that hat cold, ain't it? So, it is what it is, but D Walker, salute. What's happening with it? Outside the Box Media said Errol Spence been beat Castano in the amateurs. Nah, I think Errol Spence actually lost to Castano in the amateurs to keep it 100. Jawan, what's happening with it? My man, Smooth Groove, boxing off in the building, straight from that Oak Cliff, USA. What's happening with it, Smooth Groove? And I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all need to stop trying to put all this stock into Canelo Alvarez, thinking that he gonna beat. Put all this stock into Jamal Charlo, thinking he gonna beat Canelo Alvarez, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all before it happened, if it happened, to save your motherfucking time. He's not gonna beat Canelo. And like I said, if you really think that, don't let me motherfucking talk you out of giving you my money. Giving me your money. Don't let me talk you out of giving me your money. Straight up. If you want to give me your money, my hands is open. Yeah, I ain't no Houston Rockets fan. I just like the motherfucking hat. I'm a diehard shit, bro. I'm a diehard Lakers fan. Shit, I don't rock with Houston, but I like the hat. Bumpy Thompson says Andrade gives Canelo work too. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Bumpy Thompson. Real talk. At 154, at the 154-pound weight class, I would have gave the edge to Andrade. I would have said Andrade could beat Canelo when they was at 154, right? Andrade was he was younger, he was more explosive, he was quicker. He had more skills, and you know what I'm saying? He had more skills. Since then, to me, Canelo then upped his game to a different level, and Andrade haven't gotten no better. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Andrade haven't gotten no better, and Andrade shows me too many times that he's a fighter that his power don't carry past the fourth round. His power don't carry. He come out real heavy. He come out strong. Andrade come out strong. And for that first 4 rounds, he gonna give you hell. After that, he starts to slow down. You know what I'm saying? He started to slow down, and he really not, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no great fighter after about 4 or 5 rounds. Yeah, knockout for sure. You know what I'm saying? He's not no great fighter after 4 or 5 rounds. You feel me? So yeah, Andrade can't beat Canelo right now. He can't. I would have, like I said, I would have definitely picked Andrade at 154 back then, but I mean, go look at Andrade when he fought Liam Smith. Go look at Andrade when he fought Jack Cool Clay. Go look at some of Andrade fight. I know that these are the guys that you want to beat Canelo, but it's a difference between what you want and what's gonna really happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 817 at 154 pounds, it was a whole different fight. Like at 154, I would have picked Andrade to beat Canelo 10 times out of 10. But now, nuh-uh. Now he can't beat, and I don't know why Canelo won't fight him. You know what I'm saying? Can I give you a valid reason why he won't fight him? No. I think he needs to fight him. But I mean, you know, it's kind of like if Andrade go to 168, he ain't got no belt. You know what I'm saying? If Andrade goes to 168 pounds, Andrade has no title, right? And then what is Canelo gonna gain from fighting Andrade at 168? It really, the route that they taking right now, it wouldn't really make no sense for him to fight Demetrius Andrade other than to show the fans that he can beat Demetrius Andrade. Let's just keep it 100. It wouldn't really make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we know he ain't going back down to 160. Now, when he was at 160, should he have fought Demetrius Andrade? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like Floyd Mayweather say, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, absolutely he should have fought him when he was at 160. And he should have fought him when he was at 154. He should have fought him at 160 and 154. But now, right now, wouldn't make no sense for him to fight. It wouldn't make no sense for him to fight Demetrius Andrade. Would really would, because even Charlo he bring a bigger, much bigger name than Demetrius Andrade. Now I want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. I would love to see Canelo Alvarez and Demetrius Andrade, but just because me and you want it, that don't mean that it really makes sense right now. You know what I'm saying? For his career, the route that he taking. That's just being realistic about the situation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can do. But yeah, I would have definitely picked Andrade back then at 154. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would have picked him back then. I think Andrade was too dangerous. They knew that Andrade was too dangerous at 154. Now, at 154, I still wouldn't have picked going back and studying some of Jamal Charlo's fights at 154 pounds. I still wouldn't have picked Jamal Charlo to beat Canelo. I think that he would have gave Canelo a much tougher fight than he do now, though. I think that Jamal Charlo back then would have gave Canelo Alvarez a much tougher fight. But y'all, and then this is another thing that y'all got to understand. How much better has Jamal Charlo gotten? Now, we can see Jermell Charlo has gotten leaps and bounds better since back when Jamal Charlo was at 154 pounds, right? We can see with our own eyes that Jermell Charlo has gotten a lot better. He went over there with Derrick James and he done got a lot better all around. Jamal Charlo, let's keep it 100. How much better has Jamal Charlo gotten since he moved up to 160? Yes, Maul was a monster at 154, Jawan. I agree with you. But now ask yourself, looking at Jamal Charlo at 160 pounds, where have you seen the improvement at? Jermell Charlo has definitely got better outside the box media. Me, when I watched Jermell Charlo from what he was when Jamal Charlo was in it, when they was both in the 154 pound division at the same time, I see improvement over Mel. Like Mel has improved. Improved. He's improved on his boxing skills. He's improved. His power has improved a lot. How he sit down. He's improved on his punch accuracy. He's improved in all three areas. But when you talk about Jermall Charlo, when he moved up to 160 since then, where have you seen improvement at? I haven't seen him improve. You know what I'm saying? Where has he improved? And y'all hit my like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash on the like button if you ain't hit the like button yet. Smash the like button. Because today gonna be a hell of a show, and we really gonna cook on some shit today. We gonna get down to the bottom of something real. We gonna really get down to the bottom of some shit today. Jawan says Mal was a better twin at first, but Mel got better. Jamal hasn't probably because of the competition. That's another thing too, right? I think fighting certain level of competition and continue to rise your level of competition, it makes you better. And Jamal haven't done that. That's why we haven't seen him improve on things in the ring. I haven't seen him look. I have never since he moved up to 160. I haven't seen him look as good as he did at 154 against Julian J. Rock Williams. So Love Him Down Gate that says, what am I saying? He needs a new trainer. I'm not telling you he needs a new trainer. I'm not. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that he haven't improved. I don't know why he haven't improved. Or I'm telling you, I haven't seen any improvement in him. So if you have seen improvement in Jermall Charlo, anybody on here, let me know what areas you've seen improvement on Jermall Charlo since he moved up to 160. That's all I'm asking. Because I haven't seen any improvement on him. Bumpy Thompson, I know that Maul ain't with. I don't know if you're talking to me, but I know that Jermall Charlo ain't with Derrick James. I said Ronnie Shields. And outside the box media, I don't agree with what you saying at all. Saying that no Derrick James fighter has gotten better. Nah, I don't agree with that. If you can't look at Jermall Charlo and see how much he's improved since he got with Derrick James, well, you must be blind. You might need to get you might need to get your eyes checked outside the box media. That shit is clear as day that Jermall Charlo has gotten better since he was with Derrick James. Jermall Charlo ain't got no better though since he moved up to 160. My man Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Off in the building, what's good with it? I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Cause we're gonna go back to I'm gonna switch it up real quick. I want to actually show y'all this the other day, but I forgot because we got the cooking. We always ask ourselves, what's up with Erickson Lubin? Why can't he take a punch, right? Check this out. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. We be wondering why Erickson Lubin can't take a punch, right? We all know that Erickson Lubin is one of the best fighters in boxing skill-wise, right? Erickson Lubin is a motherfucker skill-wise, but he can't take a punch. And we, you know what I'm saying? Myself, a lot of us wonder, why can't Erickson Lubin take a punch? Now, I know some things about Erickson Lubin, some behind-the-scenes shit about Erickson Lubin that I'm not going to talk about on camera, right? But this is a reason, right? And I seen Erickson Lubin the other day training, and he has a fight coming up. I think his fight is in February. And I say, why can't Erickson Lubin take a punch? And this is it right here. And I'm going to explain to y'all what this is. Here's a picture of Erickson Lubin this weekend. Here's one picture of Erickson Lubin this weekend. Look. Yeah, he got a fight coming up against Fundora. Look at this picture, y'all. Right? Now, and I'm going to explain to y'all what I'm talking about. Now, look at this picture too. This is Erickson Lubin. And Erickson Lubin, one of my favorite fighters, but we're going to keep it 100 on here. Look at this. Now, Erickson Lubin fights at 154 pounds. Look how big Erickson Lubin is. And like I said, I know some things behind the scenes about Erickson Lubin too, but I'm not going to discuss them on camera. Look. Now we say, why can't Erickson Lubin? Why is his chin so weak? Look how big he is. Look how much weight he's cutting. And we say that he's draining himself to make weight, right? Well, the thing is that Blu-ray Fitness. Blu-ray Fitness, I'm watching Blu-ray Fitness show. He did a show last week, I think it was, right? And he brought Hard Body JT Mo, right? He called him on the phone. And he is a bodybuilder. And they talked about fighters, how they cut weight. They talked about how fighters cut weight all wrong. How they just do it wrong, right? How they'll be that big. The picture that you see me show of Erickson Lubin, how they'll be that big. And then 2 weeks before the fight, they trying to cut 20 pounds or 25, 30 pounds. And they do cut the weight, but how they doing it wrong. Their nutrition's not right. They're not cutting weight right? And they're not living the fighter's lifestyle all year round. Now, Gary Russell, you never seen Gary Russell look like that he walking around at 155 pounds, fighting at 126, right? He lives a fighter lifestyle. When Floyd Mayweather was at the, you know what I'm saying? When Floyd Mayweather, you never seen Floyd Mayweather walking around 25, 30 pounds over his weight. Now, Errol Spence has learned. When we see Errol Spence now, we see Errol Spence fit all year round. These fighters ain't living fighter lifestyles. They big as fuck, walking around 35 pounds over their weight, and then they trying to cut weight at the last minute and drain the weight. Now, that, and I looked at Erickson Lubin, right? And like I said, knowing things that I know about him already, I know exactly why he don't have no chin. And I'm going to show you this picture once again. And to me, it's ridiculous to be that big fighting at 154 pounds. Come on, bro. Look at this shit. Dude, and he is, well, I think Erickson Lubin 6 foot, like 6 foot, 6'1", and he fighting at 154. Look, bro, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these fighters, they be trying to get at weight advantages. They be trying to get weight they be trying to get advantages fighting these sucking themselves down to these small weight classes. But if you're gonna do that, you need to live a fighter's lifestyle, right? Like Adonis said, he said he don't feel. I mean, like my man Dankfather said, he says I feel that they should be between 10 to 15 pounds within their fighting weight. And if you look at Erickson Lubin, he's nowhere near 10 to 15 pounds within his fight weight. You know what I'm saying? To me, he looked at least 20, 25 pounds over his fight weight. And that's at least. So that's a problem. When you do that and you don't live a fighter's lifestyle outside of the ring, you know, you hurting your body. You hurting your body. So your punch resistance is not going to be as good as it would if you did live a fighter's lifestyle and you didn't, you know what I'm saying, force your body to cut so much of weight in a short amount of time like that. Outside the but outside the box, I'm talking about Erickson Lubin right now. That's what I'm talking about right now. I mean, everybody with common sense knows that Erickson Lubin ain't the only fighter that we see do this. But I'm talking about Erickson Lubin right now because that's who I felt like talking about. That's who I seen. I mean, and I'm talking about, and I'm putting his name with fighters in general that do this. Ricky Williams in the building. What's happening with it, Ricky Williams? My man, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's good with it, Knockout? And yeah, Randall Bivens. When we saying Roy Jones never have the same chin again because he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver, and what Roy Jones did is he dropped 5 pounds of muscle within a short period of time. He cut all that weight, dropped 5 pounds of muscle. It's different when you going up, putting weight on. But when you draining your body, depleting all of the vitamins and minerals and all of the fluids out of your body to cut weight drastically, that shit is doing something to your punch resistance. It's doing something to your whole body. Your body can't function right. Juan Ramos says, I ain't know Lubin was that big. Damn, he could be a middleweight champ right now. But see, another problem is when you get with PBC, and because see, y'all gotta understand, when Erickson Lubin was up and coming, during the same time when PBC was still getting their name, and we were seeing Erickson Lubin was fighting all the time. But now, how PBC does, you got these fighters, once they get 15 fights, 16, 17 fights, you sitting them on the shelf, right? You sitting them on the shelf for motherfucking 8, 9, 10 months at a time. You giving them one fight a year. They young, they 24, 23, 25 years old, and you giving these fighters one fight a year. That means they have 10 months out of the year to do whatever the fuck they want to do because they don't have a fight. That's another problem, is that the promotional company like PBC, they ain't taking care of their fighters. You putting them in one fight a year. You're young. I'm young. I'm 24, 23 years old. I'm only getting one fight a year. A lot of these dudes ain't going to stay disciplined like that. And yeah, it's not another grown man's problem to make sure that you stay disciplined. But at the end of the day, if I'm signing these fighters, my obligation is to do what I can for them to the best of my ability. So if keeping them out of the streets, keeping them active is, you know what I'm saying, is going to do that, that's what I need to be doing. Not, you know what I'm saying, throwing them on the shelf, having them fight once a year. Man, y'all got to understand, you're dealing with young men, young men. Dealing with young men. What you think guys like Erickson Lubin and Tank Davis and such, whoever, you know what I'm saying, what you think they're going to do? Everybody is not built like the Russells. Everybody is not built like Floyd Mayweather. Everybody ain't built like that to where they just got the ultimate focus and they going to stay in shape all year round. These dudes ain't doing that. After a while, they like, man, fuck that. I ain't got no fight. What's popping tonight? What can I get into? Dundada says these guys are asking too much money to fight multiple times a year. We don't know what they asking for. We don't know what they asking for. That's just an assumption by you. We don't know what these fighters is asking for. Knockout Boxing 86 TV says that's why I like Jerron Boots Ennis. Exactly, Knockout. And I agree with you 150%. But you know one thing, Knockout, is not Jerron Ennis is not with PBC. And Jerron Ennis, he stays active. You know what I'm saying? Jerron Ennis got, he only 23 years old, got 28, 29 fights. You feel me? So that's another thing we got to look at. Now, if Jerron Ennis wasn't active, he still would stay in shape because we know what Jerron Boots Ennis is. But everybody's not a Jerron Boots Ennis. You know? Everybody's not that. These dudes is coming from the streets, y'all. Y'all got to think about that. They coming from the streets. These motherfuckers, most of these fighters ain't never had shit. Now you give them some money, and then all of a sudden you disappear for a whole year, 10 months. You give them a little bit of money, and then you disappear for 10 months, and you don't give them a call for 9 to 10 months. What the fuck you think they gonna do? Jerron Boots Ennis has he has a stable foundation around him to help him be who he is. His daddy ain't, you know what I'm saying? Jerron Boots Ennis, at the end of the day, he still got to wake up every day and answer to his pops. Because the gym that he go to, he got to see his pops in there. Jerron Boots Ennis come from a whole family of fighters. So it's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Erickson Lubin don't have that foundation around him. These other fighters don't have that foundation around them to make sure that they gonna stay focused 150% of the time. You know, and if I got a talented fighter, I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure that, okay, I do what I have to do to keep this fighter out of the streets. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out of my way to, you know, to make sure that I do what I do to keep this fighter out of the streets. And yeah, so I you know, so it's a little, when you, it's a little bit of, I mean, yeah, that's all Erickson Lubin fault for always getting that big in camp and having to fucking drop all that weight. But at the end of the day, it's like, y'all see how talented I am. Why y'all sitting me on the shelf? You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to take care of your fighters a little bit better than that. Yeah, Boots definitely got a long, great career behind him. That's definitely. And let me bring in Money. What's happening with him?
What's going down, bro? How you feeling, champ?
Oh man, I'm good today, man. I feel a lot better, to tell you the truth, boy.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just showing a picture of Erickson Lubin before you came in the building, and I was saying, you know, when I saw this picture, it answered my questions about why Erickson Lubin's chin is real like why his punch resistance is non-resistant. It's just not there. And I'm gonna show you this picture of Erickson Lubin. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta pull it back up. I can't. Where the fuck that picture at? Oh yeah, here's the pictures of Erickson Lubin. And look, and we gotta think, money. He fight at 154 pounds.
Damn, that boy do look big as fuck. That boy.
And I'm gonna show you the other picture of him. And these is last weekend. He got a fight coming up, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a fake count.
And like I said, I heard some things about Erickson Lubin behind the scenes, and I'm not gonna talk about that shit on the show. But you know, I'll let you know. But and with that, with what I saw with that, and everything, what I saw with his weight, right, and knowing what I know about him behind the scenes, I know why his punch resistant, it just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? His punch resistance just is not there.
You ain't got BFTB wrenched up? Is that
the BFTB? What's happening with it? BF.
You ain't got it wrenched up? Is that I think that's.
What do you mean BF ain't wrenched up?
That's probably his other channel, I
think. I thought BF been wrenched up on my shit for a long time. Let me go see.
No, I think that's my dude's second channel.
I mean, let me wrench BFTB up.
One, though. I just looked on the channel.
Let me wrench him up. Hold on. There you go. BF, what it do? Salute. Yeah, we gonna cook on this shit today, dog. We gonna cook on this shit today because I actually read and salute to my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV for sending me the transcripts. I read the whole lawsuit that Bud Crawford has on Bob Arum, and we're gonna talk about that. So we getting ready to talk about that right now, real soon. Now, I'm also got a special guest I'm gonna bring in the building and right here in a little bit. But money, man, take this over for me real quick. I gotta go use the bathroom before we get into this main topic.
I got you. No doubt. What's going on with the chat out there? With that picture that I just looked at, Erickson Lubin, that boy looked big as hell. You got to keep that weight under control, man. Like, I don't know. And Erickson Lubin is one of the fighters that most definitely, like, sometimes he keep it under control. Then you with Kevin Cunningham, bro. Like, Kevin is one of the most strictest coaches out there, man. That's where AB and Tank go to get their ass together. You feel what I'm saying? They go there to get their ass together. You know, so probably, I don't know if homie was dealing with something or not, or, you know, but one thing I will say, he never missed weight. You know what I'm saying? He never missed weight. Sometimes just be things that, you know, that just, you never know what somebody going through in life, man. You never know what somebody going through in life. But other than that, right, I just wish him nothing but the best. He got a fight coming up. Fundora gonna be a hell of a fight. We know Fundora gonna be ready to go, right? That's a fight that his ass looking for, a big time fight like Erickson Lubin to put him on the map. And Erickson Lubin looking for another fight like that to put him back in the fucking world title fight. So he got to go out there and do his thing. But for us, this situation with Terence Crawford that we about to cook on, very interesting things that's in the you know, that's in the transcript, man. That's in the transcript. I know a lot of people out there, they want Bud to win. They pulling for Terence Crawford, right? There's people out there that dislike Bob Arum motherfucking ass. They feel like he been doing black and brown fighters wrong as fuck. And y'all not wrong with that statement. But when you go inside that courtroom, like I said yesterday, we was cooking, it's a whole different world. It's not fuck your feelings, fuck what you think you got, this, that, and the third. No, none of that mean nothing. It's what you can prove. You feel me? It's what you can prove. It's not what you know. What he tell that boy for training day, Key? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You feel me? So yeah, he in for a hell of a ride, man.
I mean, I'm actually finna send this link right now to my cousin. He want to come on here and tell y'all some things that Clarissa Shields got going on in the city in Flint, real quick. And you know, this motherfucker, man. I when it come to boxing, me and him argue. I'm talking about we go at it. You can't tell him shit. He don't know shit about boxing. He think he do though. Let me see. I'm sending them the link right now. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Come on. Let me see. All right. All right. Yeah, so we gon' what we gonna do is we actually gonna break down what's actually in the case. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna break down what's in the case so people will know. So you don't just have to go off of what he said and she said. We're gonna break down to y'all what's in the case, and then we gonna all talk about it. But before we do that, like I said, so because when we get into this, we gonna get deep into it,
Crush the legend. What's going down, bro?
It's
Good
probably
on.
gonna be
Good
some back
tape.
and forths. But before I do that, like I said, I'm gonna bring my cousin on, and he gonna bring my little dude on. He gonna bring my little dude on who boxes, and he actually trained in the gym with Clarissa Shields, and he want to let y'all know what Clarissa Shields is actually doing in the city for the youth right now. What's going down. But yeah, man. When do Erickson Lubin fight money?
That's something I gotta see. Let me see. No, it's coming up.
He's sending it to BF. BF, I know BF gonna break this shit down too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got to keep it real when it comes to these situations. You just got to keep it real. Like Money said, at the end of the day, when you go over everything, it's about, do you actually have a valid case? Now, he has more than one thing that he's suing for. You know what I'm saying? He has more than one thing that he's suing for.
Oh, they don't have a date right now.
They don't have no date for him in Fundora. I thought they did.
I thought they had one too. Let's say I'm just typing in Lubin versus Fundora because it ain't no box rep yet.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, hold on.
They still in negotiation, just saying.
Okay, all right, bet.
Oh yeah, okay. So they wrapping it up for Benavidez and Lemieux undercard in the spring. So
you
it's
said
gonna
what?
be the co-main to David Lemieux. Sorry, David Lemieux. David Benavidez. Oh yeah, David Lemieux. I'm tripping like my David Benavidez.
In March or April.
They not saying. They're not saying, but that's what it's gonna be for. So
okay.
Yeah, they're not putting a date out there
yet. Yeah. So I advise y'all before y'all just run and you know what I'm saying. Oh, such and such said this and such and read some shit for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Read it for yourself, and then you'll have a better understanding of the things that he's suing about, and if he really got a case. And I'm waiting for my cousin to jump on this link. He said he got the link, so I'm just waiting for him to grab the link.
Bakerfield's time. What's going down? Coach, what's going down? Dundada, Polo Sports, what's going down, bro? How y'all feeling, champ?
It was long. It was probably like 23 pages long. Was it 23, 22 pages long? All right, hold on. Here he is right here.
Bet, what's going down?
What's up with it, cuz? What's happening with it? I already told you, you don't know shit about boxing, but AJ do. What's happening, AJ?
AJ know everything about boxing, man.
What's good with it,
right here, baby? You know what I'm saying? I gotta have red lightning in this thing, man.
What's up with it, AJ?
What's up?
Yeah. Man, cuz let him know what's going on in the city.
Well, man, hey, this red lightning, man, he out of Flint, Michigan, man. He boxing out the gym at Fitness out here with Clarissa Shields, you know what I'm saying? Clarissa Shields is putting on a big thing for these kids right now, you know what I'm saying? She she building a youth boxing league, you know what I'm saying? She's starting with nothing but youth, like 15 and under. But you know what I'm saying? She really focused on them. She just she just got a guy contracted out of Ohio to come and build them a boxing ring in the gym. She just got new pads, new gloves, new wrist wraps, headgear. She doing the most for Flint in boxing at this time right now. You know what I'm saying? So she really needs a lot of support. This is my son. This is up and coming. You know what I'm saying? She really kind of she favored Red Lightning. If you know what I'm saying, we've been on when she won her first gold medal. Her second gold medal. He met her as a child. You know what I'm saying? He met her as a child, and we never knew he was gonna box. He just woke up one morning like, I want to box, and cause you told me, you know what I'm saying? You know boxing, so you'd have told me before, like, man, if my little cousin got hands, like, I never knew it, man. We woke up.
Y'all, real talk, he hella heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Like, hella heavy-handed.
Well, I got something for y'all, man.
What's up, AJ?
What's up?
Let's see those fists. AJ. They say you're heavy-handed.
AJ, show them your fists, AJ.
You know what I'm saying? Like this him right here. You know what I'm saying? At they're coming home. You know what I'm saying? This was
2016.
2 years old, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was 2016, the first gold. Yeah. The second gold medal. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's me and him. It just led from that.
My man Batman on here too. Remember, I told you my man Batman that got the son. So we was talking about it. Y'all gonna get some work.
Oh yeah,
he in here right now. Batman in here right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he in the comment section. That's him, John Page. Well, you see, if you can see the comments, John Page. If you see it.
Oh yeah, I can't really. I can't really.
Okay, Batman, jump on the panel. Period.
Yeah, Batman.
I seen when I'm gonna drop
Batman the link. Batman, grab the link real quick, and y'all can link in with each other because
for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna get a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get the most exposure we can. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying? For I'm speaking on behalf of my son, but
yes,
you know what I'm saying? I'm on here right now. I really want to shine a big light on whatever, what Carissa Shields is doing as far as in the boxing industry, for the youth. She is putting on for the youth in Flint, Michigan right now. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. It ain't nobody, ain't no male boxers, ain't nobody. I ain't,
you took it out my mouth. I'm just about to say
but you know what I'm saying? She doing.
She doing more than the real brothers. I was taking out my mouth, huh?
Huh?
She doing more than the real brothers.
Huh? Okay, now let's talk that shit then. Let's go. Yeah, she doing more than them. She doing more than them boys right now. Them lanes somewhere. Hey, they somewhere, man, in Miami or something, man. They ain't trying to get back to the youth, man. They ain't trying to see no, you know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to see no hands like these come out, man. You know what I'm saying? But she bringing the hands out.
Facts.
Bringing the hands out. You know what I'm saying? We got
what they kill at, man.
There go Batman right there.
Oh, this Batman right here?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, son?
Hey, Batman, how you? Hey, man, they been talking, man. They say your son, man, ready, man.
Yeah, he ready.
You been working with him, man. I heard he from a long line of boxers, man.
Yeah, man. Motherfucker. He outside right now riding his dirt bike, but he about to get this working in a minute. I'll just let him go ahead outside and play till he.
I feel you. As a dad in trying to intervene with this boxing, you know what I'm saying. I need some pointers on how to keep a kid in athletic as far as in this boxing game too, because. I don't want to overwhelm me with this. He just been doing this for like the last 8 months. And, Carissa, like, she been favoring him. So,
nah, you got, you know what I'm saying? What I do is I let him still be a kid. But when it's time to work, man, it's time to fucking work. And ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no option.
Yeah. So, my son, he get, I ain't the dad trainer, I mean, what I'm saying, as far he go to a trainer, I was like, one of Carissa Shields' pad coaches is his trainer, you know what I'm saying? So, we gradually getting him into it. He you know what I'm saying, excellent student, you know what I'm saying, stay on the honor roll. He only in the second, he's 7 years old, You know, he be 8 in August, and we just trying to, you know, build him up, get him together, get his boxing IQ together. You know, his cousin, you know, big cuz over there. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gonna shoot him down there with him and let him put some work in and show him what he know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I like
all.
You hear me, cuz?
Yeah,
you already know I've been
chose it.
Man,
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do is make him. Long as he believe in himself and motherfucking you know, just keep him in the gym and make him see that this is important than with all that other bullshit, that little fun shit. You can have fun, but when you get a little older, that shit get played out. So you gonna need something to fall back on. Education, and motherfucking this shit you try and put your all into.
What city y'all boxing out of?
DC.
Y'all boxing out of DC? Well, that, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we trying to get to travel. I'm a traveler, Dad, so we can always, you know what I'm saying, link up and, you know, get these boys together, get some sparring sessions, you know what I'm saying, get some training sessions, you know what I'm saying, and you know, stay in the loop, because we trying to build, you know what I'm saying. Carissa Shields is building a youth boxing circuit, man, and that's our main goal, is to build a youth boxing circuit. And we trying to, I'm hands on, like as far as with whatever I got to do as far as financing or whatever. So it's whatever with, you know what I'm saying, coming out this way. It's all love and it's whatever, you know. Keon, that's my cousin, you know what I'm saying. That's blood. This is little cousin, you know what I'm saying. And we speak, you know what I'm saying. I speak highly of Cuz, you know, Cuz in this boxing thing. He know more about this shit than I do, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to let him, you know, put it on little Cuz, let him know what it is, Cuz.
Yeah. So I think Batman said he was down. He was already down to come down there.
Most definitely.
And fuck with y'all, you know, in the gym and with Clarissa and everybody.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, we should have the ring built by dude coming out next month to start on the ring. So by March, they projecting by March we have our ring up and running. We already got, you know what I'm saying, as far as the facility up and running with the bags and, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. It just, he just stepped up and put, you know what I'm saying, she put her own bread up, really, and just asked everybody to donate. So we all donated, and it happened. So it's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? And we just, you know, like Dog said, hey man, them niggas ain't doing shit.
Hell yeah, they ain't doing shit,
man. Them doing shit. We rocking with Boat around here. We ain't fucking with them, man. Niggas they talking that bullshit. They ain't doing shit, man.
What I like about it though, it is, you pushing your son that way. But what I like about it, you let him choose. Though, say he woke up one day, said he want to box, not you saying,
oh yeah,
hey, get your ass up, you go box. So it's something that he wants. So if it's a passion of his, hey, ain't no stopping. Ain't no stop. I think the deeper you get into, I think the more you gonna like it.
Oh yeah.
Every time I go down there, he trying to box me. Every time I go down, he trying to. The first thing he do, he don't say what's up. He don't say he. First thing he do, he trying to box. AJ, am I lying, AJ? What you do every time you see me, AJ?
Punch you.
When you hear him, he trying to. Every time I see him, he trying to box right off the rip.
Yeah.
And I was surprised when he said he wanted to box. You know, he told me I want to box. That's what I said. Okay, all right. And that's what he been wanting to do. So he been serious at it for what? But like the last
8 months.
It's been almost a year now.
It's 8 months. He been in there 8 months strong, man. And we can't. I mean, hey, one thing he ain't gonna miss is school and boxing.
Hell yeah.
Anything else? He woke up this morning. That my act got submitted. I'm like, man, you want to stay home? He said, man, let me think about it. No, I'm going to school. I got boxing later on. So you know them two come together. You stay home from school, you gotta stay home from boxing. He like, man, listen,
right.
I'm going to school, and later on I'm going to boxing. So you know, at 5:30, he got a little hour. You know what I'm saying? Training. He do 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? For an hour and a half with my man. But I haven't really got into.
I told him they gonna have to up it up.
Trying to train.
Gonna have to go to 5 days a week.
Yeah, I bought a bag. You know, he got heavy bag down there. We got pads and everything. It's just I don't want to be. I'm trying to figure out, talk to other boxing dads and figure out, because I don't want to be overwhelming on them. You know what I mean? Because something I like. I mean, I'm all I'm all in, but it's just like, woo, I don't want to get him that one day, like, like that.
Man, he got the weekend for that shit.
Huh?
He got the weekend for that shit.
Well, that's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
Batman one of the militant dads. Batman.
They told me. I went on your page and checked out your son, man. So we've been looking, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard you the militant type of guy, man. Put it on him, man.
Yeah, man. Motherfucker, he got, man. What type of workouts he do?
Man, he work out with dog, man. That's all I can. They push ups, they do calisthenics, push ups, sit ups, you know what I'm saying? And he light work. We ain't doing too much physical conditioning as far as running, but
is he running?
They look.
That's
He got running.
Hey, so Drake, this my man's right here too. With the purple symbol, he turned his camera off. But he a boxing coach. He a boxing coach in. You let him know. Let him know, coach.
New Orleans, bro. In New Orleans.
You in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so is he running?
I haven't got it. They, do some light running. I haven't got him into nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here today.
That's the main. See, bro. That's the main thing that people take for granted, bro. Got to get your cardio up. The running. And he's young right now, so he needs to be running a lot. Okay. He got a lot of shit to energy to burn. So he need to, whenever he in the house and going stir crazy, he need to be running. Let him do road work. Get on a bike. Let him run. And that's the main thing, because the worst feeling in boxing is getting tired. Batman can attest to that, because you can't do shit. You can't think straight. You getting hit. You feel hopeless. That's how you feel. You feel hopeless. You gotta dig too deep if you in shape as far as running. You don't have to worry about getting tired. You don't have to worry about thinking. Well, you're gonna think, but what I'm saying is it ain't a struggle. Your body gonna respond like you want it to respond when you in shape as far as running. And that's the main thing in boxing. Got to get his cardio up to where he's not getting tired between rounds. Sometimes cut the bell off, and he don't know it. Cut the bell off when you're in there sparring. Cut the bell off.
Okay.
Make it go 5 minutes, shit like that. And he don't even know it when he's in shape. He gonna know it because he after a while the time in his head but he ain't gonna panic. He ain't gonna be like, damn, I'm so tired. I can't throw punches. I'm getting hit. So that's the main thing, bro. People, he gotta understand. You gotta run.
Okay.
That and the physicality, like push-ups. Like my son, my son do light weights. He do push-ups. I make him do 200 sit-ups every day.
Get him on them bars, bro. Get him on them bars. Yeah. Pull up bars. Shit,
he got a bar. We work out with that. He got that on his door in his room. You know what I'm saying? We got a pull-up bar hanging at his door in his room. So
why he got the pull-up bar, right? It's like these little bands. Go get him the little band where though it help him. And you know what I'm saying? He can get up and do it himself. Shit like that. Because that physicality, people gonna be punching you back. So you gotta get ready for that too.
For sure.
Right. But more than anything, you can be a light puncher or whatever. But if you ain't got no air in your lungs, Jack, and can't breathe, the worst feeling in the world. But trust me, I've been there.
And your shit start locking up.
I think he's been there too. I mean, we had a little sparring match where, he got they went a little more rounds than what it was supposed to go in, and he kind of got he got a little frustrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because his mind is saying, I can do this, I can do that. But when you ain't got that air in them lungs and you ain't got no oxygen in your system, your body is not gonna respond. You're gonna get hit, and you're gonna feel hopeless at that point. So The main thing is running. He need to get his cardio up as much as he can. And he's young right now and get his strength up. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get his strength up as he grow. But running, bro. You know, I knew a kid. He turned pro. I don't know if you know him, Batman. Aristad Clayton.
I heard the name.
Remember Aristad? Yeah, he was a contender, but he couldn't crack an egg. But he won all kind of Junior Olympics. He won all kind of shit all over the country. But you never seen him tired because he used to run cross country. Matter of fact, he's a senator down here now. So he used to run cross country, and he never got tired in fights, and he had fast hands and shit. So, but he couldn't hit. He didn't have a lot of crack. That's why he didn't go as far as predicted when he became a pro. But he ran. He never get tired. You know, just like you know, you got certain fighters that they motor never stop because they got great cardio. And sometimes great fighters lose to fighters who got better cardio. They outwork them. They never stop. So that's the difference, bro. So that should be like instilled as the time goes on, that he's running constantly. Like anytime he got free time, he could just take off and just start running. So that's the main thing. Keeping your cardio up, because I'm telling you, miserable feeling, bro, when you can't defend yourself.
That and wind sprints.
Yeah.
So with that being said, at 7, you know, what would be a nice, you know what I'm saying, distance or a daily, you know what I'm saying, run, or you know what I'm saying, some kind of physicality at 7.
At 7,
you got a track around there?
Huh?
Not
got a
track.
Oh yeah, we got. I mean, as far as you know what I'm saying,
4 times around is a mile, bro.
Yeah.
So if he can do a mile, start him off with that. He gonna get better. It ain't gonna matter about his age. He gonna get better to where he gonna just keep running. It's not gonna matter, but he gotta run. If he gonna participate in this sport, you got to run. It's the main thing, I'm telling you, especially at his age, because you're gonna have kids that's doing it. Even at 7, they're gonna be putting in the time. They're gonna be doing what they're supposed to do, and you don't want to get matched up in a tournament or some shit like that, and you run out of gas, and you may be some better skill, but you run out of gas, and this kid is not running out of gas. So you know that's the main thing, and it's good that he's 7, so you starting him young, and it becomes a lifestyle instead of just something he has to do. It can become a lifestyle to where, you know, he enjoys it, you know.
Even after boxing, coach, he's still getting his ass up running. Just in general, it's a life.
Yeah, like
that shit.
Like with me, I bought my son a treadmill. He run for 25 minutes.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the key things is running. You know, that's one of the key things. When I was training my daughter and the other kids and some of the professionals, one of the things I had them do is, man, that running had them in tip-top condition. I even used, like I told Batman, I even used to use resistant bands. And I would get behind them and hold the resistant bands while they was sprinting, you know? So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know, like I say, I'm mad love for, you know, points in all the tips and training, because, you know, like I said, man, I'm fresh out the gate on this. You know what I'm saying? I only got one kid and one only, so we rocking. We try to put it all into whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever he doing in boxing right now. That's his heart right now. You know what I mean? So I need any kind of pointers or any kind of, you know what I'm saying, outlook or however to making, you know what I'm saying, the best we can be. You know what I'm saying? As far as this circuit going too, as far as Batman, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna reach out to you, bro, and we gonna as far as hooking up,
we can link up.
You know what I'm saying? Come to Flint, I can come to DC, you know what I'm saying, work these boys out, you know what I'm saying, especially this summer when they ain't got nothing to do, man. I'm really, because this in this lane around here, you know what I'm saying, this Flint, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing around here for these boys to do. So for real, I'm like, let's box.
How y'all water condition out there now, bro?
Man, that water, that was more politics than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's politics over everything, man. to be honest with you, they fucking over the water money right now. You know what I mean?
Already.
You got people our skin tone running the game right now, and they not doing what they supposed to do. You know?
Hey, that brother that invented that machine that produces water from atmosphere, he still out there?
Alkaline, you talking about the alkaline joint? They just dropping this in the Morris Peterson building. As far as I'm supposed to know, they supposed to jump this thing off like in the next month. It's an apartment complex where they like I said, this was the one of a kind, supposed to be an invention of alkaline, so it's supposed to be like straight out the tap, you know, and everybody's supposed to, the city, they're gonna be offering it to the city for people to buy it for their homes or either lease or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that may be. But I stay in the burbs, man. We stay in Grand Blanc, man. He don't go to the, you know, he out of Flint. He was, you know, birthed at Hurley Medical, but we stay out in the burbs, and water ain't even really, you know what I'm saying, our focus out this way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
More of, they need the water good. We need to focus on getting these boys something to do. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be more Carissa Shields. You know, I feel like the Darrell brothers should be, you know, putting something back into Burston Fieldhouse where, you know, it's up and coming boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of cool with a couple people like Andrell Holmes and I can't think of Garrett, little Garrett. I know that's my man. That's his son, 810 son. And these little dudes, you know what I'm saying, going pro. I know they just fought Golden Gloves and a lot of different things. And ain't nobody shining no light on these little men. I mean, they cold. They nice with the hands, but they just not getting the funding. They not getting no exposure to nothing as far as boxing go around here to even make these young dudes want to get off these corners in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Young dudes around here talking about they scamming and all of this and that, man. Ain't nobody athletically, you know. I'm from Beecher, so, you know, Monte Morris is from, you know what I'm saying, from my neighborhood. You know, I got I hang out with Monte Cleves, you know what I'm saying, on the regular, you know what I'm saying. I know a bunch of Corey Hightower. I know a bunch of stars, you know what I'm saying, and a bunch of guys that, you know what I'm saying, that's around here. You know, as far as basketball, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of guys, you know, want to do something with basketball in Flint. Right. But it's not a lot of guys want to do nothing with boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of guys, you know, and we got heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? We got heavyweight champs about this motherfucker. But ain't nobody looking back on this boxing circuit like boys can't fight out this way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy you is spreading the light on Clarissa Shields and what she's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's big time. That's big time.
I think I'm gonna come down there. You know, when the snow, you know, I don't fuck with that snow.
When
the
snow
we got
right now.
I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna do you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do something about let everybody know what Clarissa Shields is doing in the city, you know, and she the only one. It takes the woman, the quote, to do something like this. And like you said, you know, some of these other dudes in the city, they're not doing that. And Clarissa Shields, she really putting on. So I'm gonna go out there and shed some light on that, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And we gonna really appreciate it, like I said, because you know my situation with the situation, but we gonna try to get you that interview for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know, T-Ho, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, her fiance, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Big up to him, because you know he got a.
You talk about Clarissa Shields' fiance? They tight.
Yeah, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? That's like little nephew, and you know, his gym is the gym that really kind of got the thing started. You know what I'm saying? They got a black-owned fitness gym called At Fitness. You know what I'm saying? And they be training. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot of bodybuilding and training or whatever. But that got it started, and you know, Carissa took it from there. And you know what I'm saying? We trying to open the lane up for these youth. You know what I'm saying? You know, big exposure. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I can do for your son back, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Man, thanks, man. Same here. If you need some advice from me, man, you can just hit me up. I'm get my number from Keith. You can just hit me up anytime you want to.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna put this thing in effect. You know what I'm saying? I got music, you know what I'm saying? I be in the studio with all kind of rappers or whatever, you know, and I'm just letting guys know, like, I'm on a promotion tip, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a real promotion tip to let people know what we doing out here and to get this boxing lane open, you know what I'm saying? Cuz be always talking that shit about you don't know boxing. Well, I'm trying to step in the league so I can know some shit about boxing, nigga, because my son coming out the thing, baby.
I want to let y'all know we were arguing earlier because he arguing with me, telling me that Terence Crawford is gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna go destroy Errol Spence.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't put my money on Spence. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, man. Cause I wouldn't put my money on it. You know me and you know me and you gonna have a nice bet on it, though. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
Grudge match bet. You know, I just wouldn't
know.
I mean,
I'm trying to let him know that Spence's resume is way better than Terence Crawford, and this shit don't even compare. And we get to arguing about that.
You know, but I mean, we all had an argument in Vegas in the goddamn food court when you Crawford people. You know what I'm saying? So you know
about Bernie.
You know how that turned out then. You know
about Bernie.
They say the nigga running, man. They say he running, man.
Hey, he talking about in the food court. You know what I'm saying? I get into it back and forth with Bernie because Bernie calling Errol Spence all type of, you know, bitches and hoes and say scared and running and all that shit. So
Shirt Dog got a big mouth on him, boy. Shirt Dog can talk some shit.
Man, that Gordon dog. Let me talk about that. That Gordon dog ain't stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I mean, I hate the boy Crash, man. Hey, it was crazy because I crashed my vet on some same shit he did, and a month later he did the damn Ferrari. I took the vet over the Ferrari rail, the Z06, damn near lost my life. And the boy did that. It came after that. I said, boy, and he came back a box. So I gotta give him, you know, because man, tragic life experience, man. It took me a minute to bounce back from that, man. Fell asleep on the road, man, and crashed my vet, took that bitch over the guardrail. I was southbound going northbound. You know what I'm saying? God bless, I'm still here. So the man's still here to box. But
no doubt.
I still think the man's scared, man.
Hey, my man BFTB, my man BF say Bernie wouldn't bet me 10 racks and I was with him. He said he tried to bet Bernie 10,000 that EJ was gonna get in Terence Crawford's ass, and he said Bernie was talking that shit but wouldn't bet that 10K.
Shit, damn, Bernie, man, shit, that was a light 10 right there. Shit, I'd have put that up. That was a light 10, cuz. I'm
trying to tell y'all, my cousin don't know shit about boxing.
Like 10, man.
Man. Hey, and send me my $100 too, nigga.
And I tell you what I did. No. I told you don't put your money on that motherfucking Deontay Wilder. You did that dumb ass shit. I told you I knew that, didn't I?
Hey, man.
I knew that.
Hey, chill with that bullshit you talking, man.
No, you I hate to say it, but I knew that much, didn't
I? Hey, man. Chill with that bullshit. I want my $100. You owe me though.
And at 135, you know, I think the Tank the best, man. And you know, I think that boy Crawford, man, the best, man. You know.
Hey, when you hit Keon below the belt, boy, he gonna make you. Hey, man, chill with that shit. Just like
hey, don't.
Hey, I had to shut him up the other day about Caleb Plant talking that Caleb Plant shit. You know.
Oh man. Hey, me and him get about these old message boxes all the time, man.
Man, you crazy as hell, bro. Hey, check this out. Since we want to talk, tell them why you owe me $100 though.
Look, I don't even remember what the hell.
Oh no, that was something.
I owe you $100 because you said you said that granddaddy died a certain year and you was right.
Oh yeah, no, that was something else. But let's talk about what me and you was arguing about on the phone. This nigga gonna try to tell me that Floyd Mayweather signed Adrian Broner to a $50 million contract. I said, ain't no Floyd Mayweather ever signed Adrian Broner to a $50 million.
He don't like Floyd, man. He don't like Floyd.
That don't got nothing to do with nothing.
This nigga told me if my son ever get a shot at the money team, nigga, to turn it down and get the fuck out of there.
Don't sign with no money team.
I mean, you
No,
know, I'm from
hey,
Michigan, man.
nah, this what
I'm Michigan bred, man.
this what you do, right? If you do sign with the money team, you don't pull no long contract out. They can get you popular. They can get you popular, but just don't sign no long deal with them.
You know, Shorty on her way out there. You know what I'm saying? Dog just paid for them to come out there. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna show her a couple things. You know what I'm saying?
Clarissa
So-
Shields, yeah, I seen that video.
She on her way out there.
Yeah, she's training with GT. She's training with GT now, so GT trained with Floyd and to be working with AB.
Yeah, GT up here. He up
Yeah,
here. He up here working with her right now.
Yep, I seen him.
Just met him yesterday.
Yeah,
Yep, I
but
seen it. Yeah,
But like I said, if anybody ever signed with Floyd or Bob Arum, you don't sign with them long term, man. You let them get you popular, and you get the fuck on and try to do your own thing, man.
Hey, hey, if God willing, man, God bless, man, we be able to put these young men in a position, man, to promote them ourselves, man. Put these boys on some kind of mainstream platform and do something great ourselves, man. Stop letting them, you know. I know it's a game, but we got to break through some kind of way, man. Like I say, we start at 7, man. Me and you, man, we might be able to come up and put something together, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Years from now.
I'm trying to put some LeVar Ball shit together. I'm trying to work for myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying, man. I ain't really, you know, the money, like you say, we can get some exposure for these niggas, but if they ain't talking about them chips, man, we trying to have our chips paid up, and we can go ahead and put these boys out there ourselves and talk some cash, you know. I got his big balling cousin over there, you know, Keith, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't got no money.
I know he gonna put something out. Nigga talking all that shit.
I'm broke.
I ain't want to be broke. I tell him put some money on Wilder though. He gonna he throw the house on that nigga, man. God,
Hey, man, get this nigga off camera, man.
Yeah,
go, man. We gotta get
he put the
gotta
house
get this
on Wilder.
nigga.
EFTB and Scotty going at it in the chat.
Hey,
Them niggas going at it, boy. I'm laughing.
I see this shit. They going at it in the chat.
They going at it in the chat.
Yeah, man. You done got this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford shit started up.
Oh man, I want to see. They say they going at it, man. So they got this. Oh, this. Man, come on, man. That's what we want to see, man. I don't know why we want to see that. I mean, come on. Yeah. That's what the fans want to see. You know how I do.
So, you can stay on if you want to. We finna cook on the lawsuit. Remember, I had told you a little bit on the phone about the lawsuit that Terence Crawford got against Bob Arum.
All right. So, hey, we gonna exit my man out. Say something, AJ. Let everybody know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let everybody know you can talk that talk, AJ.
Hey, little man. Make sure you start running, bro.
I do run.
You gotta.
Well, you gonna have to do more running, man. You hear what the man said?
I did 10 laps, 10 laps, 10 laps.
Well, you gonna have to, hey, it's supposed to go down there.
Hey, he putting that work. He like, hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, coach, you just bust his butt. You hit him low. You hit him like T.I. You hit him with below the belt with that running. Now he already know my daddy finna make me run like a motherfucker. Nah, man.
Hey,
it's
man,
over.
gotta stay consistent.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
It's gonna help him.
You know, I like teaching people lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my guys who I've been training. I had to teach him a lesson. Kept getting over his front knee. I said, man, but he thought he was training hard. Then when I started implementing more shit, you know, he got tired in the ring, got over his front knee. And as soon as I said, boy, you're gonna catch an uppercut. I hit him with an uppercut and dropped him.
Ooh, drop him.
Because he wasn't in condition, bro. That's the main thing, bro, with boxing, bro. The better condition you are, the better you can take punches, and the better you can you're not gonna blow out and get tired, bro. It's a miserable feeling.
Yeah, when you get tired, your reaction,
your
reaction time and all that shit leave.
That I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, as far as in the gym, I have no experience in the gym. You know, so whatever, like I say, I'm finna take everything y'all said and implement that ASAP. You know what I mean? For reals. Running, calisthenics all day, he do calisthenics, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, we grudge match on a little pull-up bar, whatever, do our little push-ups as far as that. But and this year coming in, I want to be more involved. And you know what I'm saying, I'm making an effort, a strong effort to, you know what I'm saying, to push him to the max, Just push him.
Y'all got heels out there?
That's what's up.
And I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to you, Batman. I'm gonna be reaching out. Hey, coach, I'm gonna be hollering at you too. You know what I'm saying? We come down to New Orleans, man. I want him to get as much, you know what I'm saying, exposure as he can. You know, even just as much as advice, somebody to tell him, like, listen, man, and show him and train him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying I have no experience in that ring. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street fighter, but you know,
You got me though.
I
You know what I'm saying? You got me though. You know, I'm gonna be down there.
for sure. For
You know,
sure.
I'm gonna be down there. When I get down there, it's all business.
Yeah, because he got one more year. He's gonna start competing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not even one more year. This year right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we said. I mean, to be honest, you know, he favored out, you know, Shorty favored, Carissa favored him, you know what I'm saying? Like, she favored him like a motherfucker, no bullshit. So that's
Just
really
don't
what.
match him early, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I know it's hard when you go into tournaments because you never know who you're gonna get. But if you can, don't early in the game, don't match him to like guys that got a lot more experience than him. But you know, it's just hard when you go in amateurs because you never know who you're gonna fight. So unless it's set, you know what I'm saying, and they're doing like just a one fight, you know what I'm saying, shit like that where you got different weight classes. So you know, just don't let him get discouraged.
But he's not gonna really be fighting with nobody got more experience. He 8, so they gonna match him up with all 8-year-olds.
Yeah, but the thing is, I done seen some 8-year-olds who been in the gym since they was like 4. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know how that shit go, man. You got some kids that just super talented and they start so young. They've been around it because they dad did it or they uncle or they brother, and you know. So you just be mindful of that because I done seen a lot of kids who had a lot of talent, but they wasn't on the level of certain kids, and then they don't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? So that happens, but.
Right.
It's all in his heart, bro. You got to be a special person to get for somebody, you know, to go up against somebody knowing you're gonna get punched in the fucking face. So, no.
Yeah,
Really,
that's how you started off. You throw a punch, you throw a punch, you can take a punch. You know what I mean?
Right.
You tell him that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You get in that ring where you throw them, you can receive one. You know what I'm saying? Just take it, or you know, try your best to dodge it off and keep going. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had, you know, everybody he fighting 9, 10 years old right now at this age, like in the gym right now. He is the only 7-year-old in there right now. So I ain't overmatching him, but it's just kind of hard to find any kids around here his age that want to fight. So
that's the perfect age to start him at too. That's that's the perfect age to start him at. And you're gonna be surprised by this time next year how much better he done got already. Like that shit, when you young like that, they learn so fast. They pick up shit so fast.
You gonna be surprised when you see him, boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen him since Cali last year. He wasn't even boxing in Cali, was he?
Yeah, he was boxing.
Oh, okay. That might have been like his first, you know what I'm saying, go round with it. You know what I'm saying? First week or so, I think, or first month. But you gonna be surprised by what you see, what you seeing. You know what I'm saying? He got work ethic. You know what I'm saying? He ain't bagging down for nothing. Like,
yeah.
You know, I didn't want to, like you say, I didn't want to go overboard, but I see now. You know what I'm saying? It push him to the limit, and you know what I'm saying, and bag off.
Yeah,
I seen, you know what I mean? But hey, cuz, man, I love this, man. You know I love you, cuz, man. Hey, boxing, man, I appreciate all the advice, man. Everything. I will be reaching out to you guys, man, for real, and you know, to show it. And we will be, like I say, we will be around the country, you know what I'm saying, doing this boxing thing. So ain't gonna be no problem with, you know what I'm saying, booking sessions, you know what I'm saying, with us, or you know, us coming that way or whatever, however. And you know what I'm saying, I do want to just end this with, you know, Carissa Shields is putting on the youth. She building a youth league out of Flint, Michigan at Fitness, you know, and she deserved, you know, her flowers as of right now for what she doing for the youth in Flint, Michigan, for real. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
People can hate, they can say what they want to, but Shorty doing something.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna be out there. We're gonna shed a lot of light on that because light need to be shed because you know the mainstream, the ESPNs and the Foxes, they not gonna talk about that. They ain't gonna show none of that shit. So
they be in the gym all the time. You know what I'm saying? They up here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Putting the camera on her. So
yes. So
you know
I will be out there to shed some light on what Clarissa Shields is doing in the city because. Man, I appreciate you coming on, just letting everybody know what's going on with her in the city.
All right, mad love, cuz mad love,
yes,
man.
Sir. All right, I think, yes, sir. So yeah, that's you know, y'all hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, I mean, you gotta love the youth. Y'all gotta love the youth, and y'all gotta love what Clarissa Shields is doing for the youth. You know. So y'all smash on the like button with that said.
Shit.
What'd you say?
No, I'm talking about the comments.
So
got
we gonna get to cooking.
That got me, man. I'm already dying laughing, bro. You
y'all in the comments, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, they going at it in the comments.
Man, that shit. I had to mute my mic for me.
They going at it in the comments.
It's silly, man.
Yeah, man. But so let's get to cooking, right? Let's come on, let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up and let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna talk about this lawsuit that Terence Crawford got against Bob Arum. And let's get down to what he is suing Bob Arum for, right? And does he actually have a valid lawsuit when he walks into the courtroom? Now, hold on. My man G5 Gabe in that super chat. What's happening with it, G5? And make sure that y'all go sub to my man G5 Gabe. Man, G5 be having some fire ass shows over there on his channel. And I fuck with G5 because he gonna keep it 100. He said, keep grinding, keep always fire. He said, always fire lies, fam. Appreciate you, G5. But so we gonna break it down. You know what I'm saying? Does he really have a valid lawsuit? The main thing that people been talking about is you know what I'm saying, that the discrimination lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? But there's other things that he's suing for. So let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. So he is suing, saying that Bob Arum is racist, right? Discrimination, that Bob Arum is racist towards the black fighters, that he favors, you know, his white and Latino fighters over black fighters. That's one of the things, right? Another thing that he's suing for is breach of contract, right? That in his contract, when he signed his contract, that he was supposed to be fighting 2 times a year, right? He's supposed to get at least 2 fights every year. So he's suing for breach of contract, and he also suing about basically a $900,000 bonus that he never received, and that stemmed from Top Rank promising him an Errol Spence fight, and I'm gonna get into that, and I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay, so one of the things is, so let's get into first. I'm trying to see where I want to go with this first. So let's go over the breach of contract first, okay? Let's go over the breach of contract. So the breach of contract is that between his second year, right? His second year with his second year under the contract that he signed with Top Rank. Remember when he re-signed with Top Rank in 2018? Well, his second year would have been 2019. In 2019, right? He was supposed to have 2 fights because in the contract, every year he was supposed to have at least 2 fights. Now, the first year he had 2 fights. He had he had Jeff Horn and he had Jose Benavidez. In 2019, he was supposed to have 2 fights and he only had 1 fight, right? So he's suing them, saying that, hey, they owe him what he was supposed to make in the second fight. What they did is they averaged out how much he was making out of all his fights with Top Rank, and he averaged $4 million per fight. So right there, he's suing them basically for $4 million. That you know what I'm saying? $4 million.
4.5.
4.5 or whatever, right? Because they was actually giving Terence Crawford, if you look at his contract breakdowns, they was giving Terence Crawford bonuses also to pay, like training bonuses, like $50,000 on top of his purse for, training fees and things like that. So he's suing for the second fight that he did not get in 2019, right? So when you look at that, did they give him a second fight in that year? He didn't get no second fight. So he does have a valid case right there. He do have a valid case. You know what I'm saying? Bam. He got a very valid case, right? Because he didn't get no second fight. Now, what they probably gonna come and do is they probably gonna counter that by saying, we tried to give Terence Crawford a second fight, and the opponent we tried to get for him, he wouldn't sign the contract. Now, there is documentation of them talking about certain fights that they tried to give Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford wouldn't cooperate and sign the contracts. You know what I'm saying? He actually spoke on that and he agreed to that. So, and I'm just telling y'all what they're going to try to combat that shit with, So, to me, he got a valid case right there. Now, the second thing that he was suing for is he was suing for, and I'm going to break this down to y'all. He's saying that they tried to get him to fight Igis Kavalauskas, right? They brought the Igis Kavalauskas fight to the table, and he said that he did not want to fight Igis Kavalauskas, right? For $4 million. They said, well, you should take this fight, right? So they was trying to talk him into taking the Igis Kavalauskas fight, and he didn't want to take the Igis Kavalauskas fight, right? So he said what they did to get him to take the Igis Kavalauskas fight is they lied to him and they tricked him. He says that they put a $900,000 bonus in there saying that if you fight Igis Kavalauskas, we promise you that we'll get you an Errol Spence fight by the end of December of 2020. We promise you that we're gonna get you the Errol Spence fight. We can get you that fight. We guarantee you that we're gonna get that fight. That ain't gonna be no problem. Getting you an Errol Spence fight is not gonna be no problem. And to show you that we're gonna get you an Errol Spence fight, we're gonna give you we're gonna put a $900,000 bonus incentive in the contract, right? So if we can't get you the Errol Spence fight, we're gonna pay you $900,000, right? We just got to give you the Errol Spence fight by December 2020, the end of December of 2020, right? If Errol Spence is healthy. If Errol Spence is healthy to fight, right? This is what they put in the contract. So, with that being said, he's saying that the Errol Spence fight never happened. We all know that, right? We know that fight never happened. He also saying that they never paid him the $900,000. Now, this is where the shit get ugly, right? This is where the shit get fishy right here. Does he have a valid lawsuit? And to me, he don't have a valid lawsuit with this one right here. Because, for one, Errol Spence was not healthy, right? Now, by 2020, by the end of December 2020, he was healthy, right? But before that, Errol Spence was out suffering from a car accident.
But he fought Danny.
Let me finish, coach. Let me finish, right? On top of that, Terence Crawford is heard in several interviews saying that he did not want to fight that he would not fight Errol Spence coming off a car accident. He said that he would not He did not want an Errol Spence fight, and he would not fight Errol Spence coming off a car crash. He said that. So they can bring that up in court with Terence Crawford out of his own mouth saying that he's not going to fight Errol Spence coming off a car accident, right? So you can't bring in court and say that they didn't give you no Errol Spence fight in 2019 and 2020 when Errol Spence was out and he was injured. Errol Spence didn't even come back to December the 5th and he fought Danny Garcia, right? But if you heard on several occasions saying that you're not willing to fight Errol Spence coming off a car crash, right? Is that gonna hold up in court? To me, he don't have no suit right there. To me, that ain't gonna hold up in court if they can bring up several audio, right? They can bring you up saying that you're refusing to fight Errol Spence. Now, because they can easily lie and say, we came to him and we was trying to, we wanted to give him an Errol Spence fight, but he was refusing it. And then when they bring the audio up of him saying that he's not going that he refusing to fight Errol Spence coming off an accident, what do you have right there? Now, another thing that he sued for defamation of character. Like basically, he's suing that they slandering his name, after he left Top Rank, that Bob Arum was purposely slandering his name in the media so he couldn't get no other contract with another promotional company, right? That Bob Arum was saying the things that he was saying, right? That he had lost all types of money on promoting Terence Crawford, that Terence Crawford don't sell and all of that. We all know about that, right? So he's also putting that in the lawsuit, basically slander, defamation of character. He's putting that in the lawsuit. Now, when you go back, you do have audio. You do have plenty of audio of Bob Arum saying these things in the media, right? Now, does he have a lawsuit, right, with slander? That's I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that's gonna work in court. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he don't, and I'm not saying he does. With that right there, I don't really know how that's, I hope he do. I hope he do, because I made a video on it way back saying that Bob Arum was slandering Terence Crawford. That what he was doing, he was hurting Terence Crawford's chances with signing with another promoter, right? That's a fact. I made a video talking about that shit. So, but do he got a case to where he could prove that? Because Bob Arum could just pull up and say, hey, I'm just telling what it was. He was my fighter at the time. And at the time, I'm telling everybody, I was asked questions about it and I'm speaking on it. Like it's free speech. I'm able to speak on him, what's going on with the company. And he can prove that if he's losing money. So I don't know how that's going to hold up in court. It might, because, you continue to talk about the man in a negative light after he wasn't with your company. So to me, that is slander. To me, that is slander. But I don't know what the guidelines with that is, inside a court of law. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what the guidelines is inside a court of law with that. Because like I said, they could just say, hey, well, it wasn't slander because it was the truth. Bob Arum got the book. He could pull up what he's made and what he's lost. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they pull up that shit and they show that Bob Arum was lying and all that shit that he was saying about losing money with Terence Crawford is false, then you got a case. Then you have a slander case. J.A. Dixon says, is it slander if it's true? That's what I'm saying, J.A. If it's true, do you have a case? But if they pull up the books and they find out that Bob Arum wasn't losing all this money on you, right? And he was actually profiting off of you, and he was, well, then it's a slander. I missed Drew's super chat. My bad. Let me. I didn't even see it. Okay, I got you right here, Drew Titan. My bad, Big Drew. Drew Titan says, Batman, tell your brothers I want to battle them on jump rope. He said, laugh out loud. I think I can win that. Oh shit. Batman.
Nah, the best jump rope was Allen. So you probably do beat them niggas. But if Allen was still training, I don't think you could beat him, Drew.
Ah, shit. Drew want that smoke. But so like I'm saying, if it's true, right? I don't know if that's the slander gonna hold up, because if I say, you know, if I say some shit in this, I could just be like, hey, I was asked a question in the interviews and I told the truth about it. What else I'm supposed to say? I don't have to decline to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's my free speech. That's my choice to talk about it. Or if they find out that he's lying about Terence Crawford, now that's slander, because now you actually profiting off of this man and you lying about what's going on behind the scenes. Now you actually going out of your way to slander this man. So it just all depends on what goes down in court. It all just depends. Now, so let me see. Now, another thing that he sued is he's suing racist. He's saying that Bob Arum, he's suing discrimination, right? That Bob Arum purposely discriminated against him because of the color of his skin, right? That he favors Mexican fighters and white fighters over his black fighters. Now, hold on. Let me pull up some of what was said. Let me pull up some of what was said in the transcripts in the lawsuit. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me pull this up. He says, Arum makes no secret of the deep-seated bias against black fighters. For example, he called legendary boxer Floyd Mayweather soft and claimed that he shoots up cars, reinforcing an individual racist stereotype with no basis in fact. He also says he constantly mocks rival boxing promoter Al Heyman, who is a black man, and his relationship with black fighters, saying Heyman would steer a black fighter away from fighting Crawford out of sense of brotherhood. Arum even famously profited from staging fights in Africa, yet they don't really have nothing to do, right? But when you read it, right, he tries to use a quote that was made from Bob Arum about Floyd Mayweather years ago, right? Saying that Floyd Mayweather was soft and that Floyd Mayweather shoots up cars, reinforcing and basically saying, you know what I'm saying, putting the stereotype on Floyd Mayweather. And then he used and then he used Al Heyman, right? But if you read the transcripts, he went on there, he said, he says that Bob Arum is racist towards black fighters and he favors Mexican and white fighters, which I agree with. I agree that he do favor Mexican and white fighters. But the thing is, when you read the transcripts, he put examples of Bob Arum in there, right? But he used examples of Mexican fighters saying that Bob Arum was racist. I think one of the examples was was it Cotto? Knockout. Was it Cotto he put in there?
Yeah, he put Cotto in there.
Okay, yeah. He used Cotto, right? Cotto Cotto is a Hispanic fighter. So my thing is, why would you put, if you're trying to prove that this man is racist towards black fighters, right? And he favors Mexicans and white fighters, why would you use an example of other Hispanic fighters? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't smart. Why would you even put that in there? You know what I'm saying? If I'm your lawyer, I would have been like, bro, nah, we gonna leave that out. We ain't putting that in there, because that doesn't make a strong case for our you know what I'm saying, for racism if you saying that he favors Hispanic fighters and white fighters over black fighters, and then we're gonna use an example of another Hispanic, excuse me, of another Hispanic fighter calling Bob Arum racist. That's what he put in there. He used an example of another Hispanic fighter calling Bob Arum racist. And he used other examples in there with other Hispanic fighters saying things about Bob Arum. It's all in the thing. I think he used I think he might have used Julio Cesar Chavez. He used other Mexican fighters. So I'm like, bro, why would you do that? So okay. Also, I wasn't feeling how he tried to use Al Heyman in his lawsuit, right? Oh, he said this about Al Heyman, and Al Heyman is another black man that's another promoter. Let's keep it 100. Now you want to use Al Heyman in your lawsuit, but it's documented that you don't want to do business with Al Heyman. You said that you don't want to fuck with Al Heyman at all. Your trainer goes around talking bad about Al Heyman, talking about fuck Al Heyman in the PBC. But now you want to put Al Heyman in your lawsuit, bro? I ain't like, bro. And then when you read it, right? If you read into some of the you read the transcripts, right? And this is just on the racial discrimination, right? The racial discrimination part. Let me see. He says another thing is he says that Top Rank refused to put Black Lives Matter, like Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? When everybody was going with the Black Lives Matter, you know, putting the Black Lives Matter logo and whatnot up. He says that Top Rank, one of the things that they have in here is that Top Rank, right? They refuse to put Black Lives Matter on the mat, on the canvas, right? They refuse to shed light on Black Lives Matter and put Black Lives Matter on the canvas, on the boxing ring, right? So now you got to go look. I don't remember seeing PBC put Black Lives Matter on their canvas. PBC, and they ran by Bob Arum. They ran by a black man. So PBC didn't put Black Lives Matter on the canvas neither. So this is some of the things that you putting in your lawsuit to try to say that, to try to win a discrimination case, right? Like, bro, why are you even putting that in there? That ain't gonna hold up. They don't have to put Black Lives Matter on the canvas, right? Like this shit is elementary shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was just, if you read the transcripts, right, to make a long story short, he used, you know, things that Floyd Mayweather had said about Bob Arum. And he used, like I said, he used Mexican fighters. He used a lot of different shit, right? But he didn't have no case for discrimination. Now, we all have been talking about that Top Rank favors white and Mexican fighters. You know what I'm saying? They do that. We all been talking about that. But when you take this to court, do you have a case? Because you could easily look at PBC and they do the same shit. PBC do the same shit. Why are they displaying the white fighters like Vito Meloninki and all the Mexican fighters, and they don't shed no light on their young black fighters at PBC like they do the other fighters? When you got Showtime and PBC, they putting on Juneteenth cards with mostly nothing but Mexican fighters, right? So you can't say that Top Rank is the only one that's doing that, right? Because there's other promoters that's doing the same shit that Top Rank is doing. It's other promoters that's doing the same shit. You feel me? So you can't, you're trying to shed a light on racism, and yeah, we all see it, but do you have a case that's gonna hold up in the court of law with the shit that you're putting in your lawsuit, right? I'm just going off of things that he put in his lawsuit. When I asked Knockout to send me the transcripts, I thought I was gonna read some low down dirty shit that was going on behind the scenes that we hadn't heard of. And I said, man, Terence Crawford he might got something. And I started reading this shit, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I said he should have left the discrimination thing out of it because he don't have no case with what he put in there. If he had to put some stronger shit in there, then yeah, but he don't have no case, bro, at all with this. And I'm just, y'all can get mad if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling y'all what it is. You know what I'm saying? I read this shit. I read it. I read all 23, 24 pages of it. He don't have a case. And it's quite ignorant that he would try. I mean, yeah, if you want to try to shed some light on some shit, if you know that you don't have no case, but you just want to put it out there, yeah, that's cool. But if you really, really try to think that you're gonna win a discrimination case against top-ranking Bob Arum with what you had in there, that shit was stupid to me because you should have came with some stronger shit than that. Like real talk. You should have came stronger than that. That's how I feel about it. I thought I was happy to get the email from Knockout and to read it from front to back because I'm like, man, he probably got some strong shit. He didn't have nothing. It was all shit that everybody been knowing, that's been said in public. It was like it wasn't nothing that he had. And like Mr. Steal Your Chain say, because a lot of people will come on here that know, you know what I'm saying? We got lawyers that know everything. Oh, the lawyer wouldn't have took the case if he didn't have a strong case. That's a motherfucking lie. If I'm a high profile lawyer and I know that I'm still gonna take the case because at the end of the day, the lawyer's going to get paid. Now, do he have a case with the breach of contract? Definitely he has a case with breach of contract. The other shit on there is real iffy. You know what I'm saying? It's real iffy. You know, it just depends. And the discrimination, he don't have no case. Just telling y'all, I read this shit. That's just what it is. You know, I don't know who came in first. Was it Knockout or Coach? I think Knockout came in before Coach. Knockout.
It was you and Money here first.
Yeah, it was Money. Money, you go ahead.
Money came first, and then Coach got in here before me. I was last, bro.
Yeah, my damn Wi-Fi kicked my ass out. But yeah, like you say, Key, everything you said, bro. I echo. I heard you on the end, but you know, I know what you think. We talked before we got on here and shit. So, like I said, I still hold my case as well, bro. Like,
hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this comment before you start cooking, man. My man Randall Bivens in that super chat. Appreciate you. He says, y'all Jimmy snookered me when I told y'all he said it was moved to go. When I told y'all it was moved to go the racial discrimination route, but now you see, keep cooking. Appreciate you.
I don't know who Jimmy snookered you because when I first seen this shit, and when I seen that what he was going for, and I seen that it was a racial place, I already knew he fucked up. So I don't know who did you like that, Randall, but whoever did you like that, we know why they did you like that. You feel me? They not keeping it real. They not keeping it fair at the end of the day. Even though he's calling out Bob Arum on something that we all know, right? Like people keep talking about, oh, well, Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La, all right, well, they left. So you mean to tell me Floyd Mayweather is going to buy himself out his contract? And then if he have a case, the point I'm trying to make, if he can sue Bob Arum to get out his contract, why would he go buy himself out his contract? Why would you go up $700,000 to get out your contract if you can go sue him for a certain situation? You feel what I'm saying? So they knew they had no case in that aspect of it, right? They knew they had no case because you signed the contract. Now, like I keep saying, while everybody keep talking about, well, it was best for him to wait to get out his contract and then sue. No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. You can't go through a whole contract reaping the benefits, whether the money is what you thought it was or not. Then turn around and say, well, you know what? I don't feel like I made what I thought I should make. He didn't put me in the position I thought I should be in. You're 34 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. And I just feel like I should be a superstar in boxing, this, that, and the third. When we always been saying this shit, and when we were saying it, you was taking up for him. You and Bo Mac made him look like a fucking saint. So y'all are to blame, bro. You gotta hold yourself accountable. And that's what he's not doing. He don't hold himself accountable for nothing, bro. Y'all decided to re-sign back with Top Rank. Y'all been knew this issue, like with Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, before y'all signed with him, and plenty of fighters before that, right? Y'all been knew this shit. Y'all been knew it. But
y'all hit the like button. Get my likes up. Hit my like button.
Y'all
please.
still decided to sign back with the man. So you can't come out and say, "Oh well, it's racial discrimination. I feel like he could have put me in a better position. He don't pay attention to me. I'm a black fighter," or just like he didn't pay attention to Floyd or this fighter and that. They people not trying to hear that shit in the courtroom. You go sign the contract, right? How many fights are you supposed to get? Like he said, you probably got a shot at the breach of contract, but I still don't think he got a shot there, because if so, I don't think Bob Arum would let you walk away, right, without putting you in position. This Corey is trying to call me, without putting you in position to get you that one fight to get your ass up out of his hair. He been said you can go. He been said you're losing him money. You know what I'm saying? So he and y'all came out and defended him on that part. When you said you came out, well, if I'm losing you money, then you can just release me now. Release me now. But then you turn around after that and say, well, Bob is trying to get the fights, and this and that and that and this. Like that, all that shit gonna get played in the courtroom. Them lawyers, Bob not gonna leave none of that shit out, bro. He not. So if you talking about the discrimination part, that's not gonna go nowhere, bro. You better hope he don't turn around and sue your ass for what you're trying to sue him for. Because he can turn around and pull that on you, bro. And Bob the type that he won't give a fuck. Just like he did Lil T.O. So when I'm looking at the whole situation, bro, I just think Terence Crawford should have went on about his business with his career. You still got the Earl Spence fight in play. You still got the Keith Thurman fight in play. You got fights in play because you're still a world champion. So I'm really not trying to get, what's this move? Now, if you was going to, okay, I'm going to sue Bob because I didn't get my 4.5 or whatever it was, like he said, okay, sue him for that. Take him to court for that. You might have a case with that, right? But when you start bringing up all this racial shit and you trying to make it look like this, now you want to make it look like you're looking for sympathy. And the courtrooms ain't got no sympathy for your black ass. I'm going to tell you now. They ain't got no sympathy for you, bro. You walk inside that courtroom against that Jewish motherfucker talking about, oh, I feel like he, it's racial discrimination, and I can show you this because of way back in 2000, so-and-so, he did it with Floyd Money Mayweather, the motherfucker who just made $1 billion in boxing. You think they're trying to hear that shit? Like, come on, bro. You got to go on there with some more solid, concrete facts. If you're going to call a man a racist, you need more than what motherfuckers talking about that's up on a chalkboard or NBFT or whatever the fuck they saying, right?
Yeah, so what we trying to explain to y'all, me and Money, we read it. So all we saying is he should have kept the racial discrimination part out because he don't have a case when it comes to that.
Yeah, because we all know, like, we've been saying this, like, we not stupid, we
ain't saying that Bob Arum and his Top Rank company ain't racist. We ain't saying we just saying that he don't have a case when you read the transcripts.
Exactly, and Smoke, that's a fact. You have to point out other cases that's been inside the courtroom that somebody won. You can't point out no fucking case that, oh, well, he said he was racial discrimination against, and he said this because what? They just word the mouth, bro. Right? A motherfucking call you racist, right? Smoke that, oh, get this Smoke is racist, man. I had coffee with him. He didn't put no cream in his coffee. Right? Then another motherfucking call you racist. That don't mean you took it inside the courtroom and won it, bro. Right? You didn't take it inside the courtroom and win it. When you go inside the courtroom, you need to bring out a case that was brought inside that courtroom that had racial discrimination against it in boxing. And they won that case. Where you can say, okay, well, that's what happened, right? You got to show that shit inside the courtroom, not just word of mouth. Because like I said, yes, it happened to Floyd. It happened to Oscar. It happened to plenty of fighters. But they went and bought themselves out their contract and got away from the man. So when you go inside the courtroom and you doing all that shit, bro, you're going to have a hell of a time. You're going to have a hell of a time trying to prove that man is racist. And he still got black fighters signed under his fucking banner. And he's continuing to sign black fighters. And like Scotty said, he got he got shit that he can bring in black motherfuckers who had great time with the Top Rank situation. I'm quite sure he got some black motherfuckers inside the Top Rank, right? Even if it's just one or two that got good stories they can say about him, that can prove that the man is not a racist, right? I can say that pretty myself. I don't think he's a fucking racist. I don't think Bob Arum is racist. I just think Bob Arum cares more about his money than any fucking thing. And Bob Arum knows the game. He knows what he can do. He knows what he can sell. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, when we're looking at this situation and we're looking at the court case, when we talk about a court case, you got to prove some shit. And got to have solid, concrete shit on when you start talking about somebody as a racist on this, on that, and that. Because when you walk inside that courtroom, you can't take no feelings in them, bro. You can't take no feelings inside that courtroom. Don't give a fuck about that. I mean, history shows us that when motherfuckers getting shot dead in the street and we seeing it with our own eyes and they still walk away. So, I mean, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope I'm wrong. I want him to win, right? I want him to win. I hope I get egg on my face and he come out that motherfucker and say, well, bam, this. But I don't think I'm wrong, bro. And I don't think he's going to walk out that courtroom victorious on the case talking about, racial discrimination against him. That's why his career didn't go the way it went. When Bob got a slew of shit that he can point out on why your career went the way it went, including you not showing up and doing shit you need to do. So he got a long way to go, bro. He got a long way to go, and we'll see how it play out. We'll see how it play out. But I'm wishing him the best.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is just going at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas didn't do well in school. So I just broke down exactly what he's suing them over. I read y'all some of the shit, and niggas is just still gonna think what they you know what I'm saying? These niggas being coons. We telling y'all what's gonna hold up in court or not. You know what I'm saying? But you can't,
Yeah, let me tell this, Keith. Like I said, once again, y'all can say a nigga pushing the uncle racist territory. Y'all can say a nigga being a coon, this, that, and the third, right? But let me see if your black ass gonna be outside that courtroom pushing for Terence Crawford. You just gonna run your motherfucking mouth over here where we talking about the boxing shit at. Or let me see if you take your ass out there and try to make a difference with him. Let me see if you gonna have your ass in the courtroom with him. If you don't give a fuck about your feelings,
it's not about if you support Terence Crawford or not. We telling y'all, do he have a strong case? That's all we do. We telling y'all, we explaining to y'all, giving y'all the details to let y'all know if he has a strong case from what he said in his transcripts, right? What he said, what's written in the documents. Does he have a strong case or not?
Yeah, you niggas can be strong. And if
it comes to discrimination, from what I read, right? Zenith, I don't give a fuck what you saying right now, Zenith. I read it. He don't have no case, no discrimination case. Is you a lawyer? Do you have a law degree? No, you don't.
Man, you can say, yeah, you can sit up there and say, Arum is racist. Well, that's what y'all feel. That's y'all feelings. At the end of the day, when he walk inside that courtroom, it's what the fuck he can prove, right? It's what he can prove.
Do I think that he discriminates against black fighters and go toward, you know what I'm saying, and treat his white fighters and Mexican fighters differently? You know what I'm saying? Do I think that he favors them? Yeah, of course he do. We've been seeing that shit. But do I think that PBC do the same shit? Of course they do.
Okay, let me say this, kid.
Is it a Bob Arum thing or is it a boxing thing that they all doing right now?
Yeah, let me say this. I'm gonna let you pass it, kid, because I know Knockout didn't want to get it in. When you look at the situation with Bob Arum, why I don't think he's a racist, bro, right? Well, I don't think he's a racist. I don't give a fuck what y'all think, right? The man came out his own mouth and said, I don't know how to promote black fighters in the urban community. I don't know how to do it. He came out his own fucking mouth and spoke the facts, right?
Hold on. Let me say this real quick.
Hold on. The man showed up on fucking barbershop conversation platform. He showed up on Blue Blood platform, and he will continue to show up on a platform. A racist motherfucker is not going to show up on a platform and explain himself about nothing. But Bob Arum showed up and he explained himself. So
let me say this.
Yeah, when I look at the situation, bro,
hold on, man.
I want to feel, bro. At the end of the day, is what that man can prove in there that man is a racist, and what evidence do he got? You need more than motherfuckers talking about. He couldn't push my career forward because I'm black.
Let me say this, Snacks B. I don't know. You need to start comprehending a little better, because you say, yo, he says, what he says, who knows what Bud knows? He has to have a strong. He has to have a strong case. There are so many other things y'all don't know. First of all, I don't know if you ain't comprehending well. I read the transcripts. I'm telling you, I read what he put in the lawsuit. I'm trying to explain to y'all what he put in the lawsuit, what he's suing for. It ain't about, oh, it's so many things that y'all don't know. No, it ain't. It's not that. Because I do know, because I read all 23 pages of what he put in the lawsuit. I don't know what you don't understand about that. I'm telling you what he put in the lawsuit, what he's suing for out of his own words. He don't have a case. It don't fucking matter how much you or me or whoever else don't like Bob Arum and how we think they race. That don't fucking matter when you go to court. It matters what evidence you can prove. And the evidence that he put in those transcripts, bro, he doesn't have
Keon,
case.
Keon, that's not evidence.
Or what he's I'm saying
That's just the claiming. That's just the claiming.
The claims that he put in the lawsuit. I'm going off of strictly what was put in the lawsuit.
Right. See, we don't know what evidence they have. That's the thing we'll have to wait and see about.
Hold on, Coach. Did you read what was in the lawsuit?
Yes, I saw it and I read it.
No, I'm asking you, did you read?
Yes, I read it.
Keep it 100. Did you read all 24 pages of what was in the lawsuit?
I read the whole file, the whole transcript. He only used some examples. You're gonna have to wait and see in the courtroom what happens, what evidence Terence Crawford brings to the table. And he's probably gonna do a jury trial if it gets that far, because Bob may just settle the shit. We don't know. Now the thing is this: we know that we don't know that. I don't know what they're gonna do, because there's a lot of stuff that can be brought up. It can be brought up by him saying that. By him saying, I don't know how to promote, urban. Floyd does a better job than it. Using the word urban, of course, we know what that means.
That's what they'll use in the courtroom as well, Coach. So,
and I understand that, and not only that, we also have to look at things about the post that was. I'm sure this guy is going to be brought to the table because him having no black fighters, that thing. So that's another thing. Now, as far as the breach of contract, Errol Spence fought December. He has a better case with the breach of contract because of the fact that Errol Spence fought that December, and they had till December 31st to try to make the fight. Now, it has to be proven that they didn't make an offer to Errol Spence to try to get the fight. You understand? If they made an offer to Errol Spence to try to get the fight, then I don't know if he's going to be able to get the $900,000. But if they didn't make an offer to Errol Spence within that time, even though Errol was out, and then he came back and he ended up fighting that same December. He fought Danny Garcia. So we don't know if they made an offer to Errol and tried to get the fight, then, but they still owe him $900,000 because it was contingent upon if he don't get the fight with Errol Spence, y'all owe him $900,000. They not gonna get out of that because Errol was held.
He's around too, though, Coach. I'm like, well, the fight is behind me. I don't want the fight, man. All that shit go play a part.
But that doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter what he say, because the contract is the contract. If y'all don't secure the fight, and then if they never brought the fight to him and said, look, we got the fight for you, and then he says, and then he go and say, well, I don't want the fight. Then it's not a breach of contract. But that didn't happen. It's still a breach of contract because Errol Spence was able and he was capable of fighting. And it was proven by him fighting Danny Garcia in December. You understand? So if they came to him and said, look, I got the fight, and Terence said, you know what? I don't want the fight no more. Then it's not a breach of contract. But they promised him in the contract that they were going to secure the fight for him by December 31st, 2020. Right? Well, they didn't do that. So that's a breach of contract. I don't care what Terence Crawford say. If they never came to him and said, look, we got the fight, he could say whatever he want in public. He could say whatever he want. But if they didn't secure that contract When they didn't secure a fight with Errol Spence like they said they were, it's a breach of contract.
Coach, but in the transcripts, if you read them, it
I
said
did.
if Errol Spence is healthy and able to fight. Now,
And he was.
Wait, hold no, for most of that part, right? Errol Spence wasn't healthy. He wasn't able to fight.
But you're not understanding what happened. He fought that same December on December 12th for Danny Garcia.
But you got to take into accountability that on several different shows, in several different interviews, Terence Crawford was saying that he was not willing to fight Errol Spence. So they can easily say that, hey, he tried to offer him Errol Spence fight, and he said he didn't want it. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, he said it right here, he said it here, and he said it here.
But guess what? That's all called this stuff called hearsay. So that's not hearsay. It is. If Bob Arum don't have no proof that in writing that he offered Bud Crawford that fight, and he said, "Well, I offered it to him, but he said no." That's hearsay.
But
you
if
can't use that.
No, if they have him saying no live, where they could pull it up on camera, showing that he said no.
Well, then that's what they're gonna have to do, because that means that's verbal contract, and by saying, "Listen, you ain't got to pay me the $900,000." Then, but if they don't have no evidence of him saying it, that's hearsay. It's inadmissible in court. All this judge is gonna say, he's gonna say, objection, hearsay, and the judge gonna say sustained. That's what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So there's no talking about we offered it to him, but he said no. What proof do you have?
Well, that's why I say he have a chance. Yeah, he have a chance for us, the breach of contract for us that part, but for us that racial injustice shit, I don't know about all that. And even with the Errol Spence situation, like we're saying, bro, we'll see, because he said out his mouth too many times that he didn't want the fight. He didn't want the fight. He didn't want the fight. You know what I mean? And he didn't push no issues why he was under contract. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like if you'd have pushed that issue while you was under the contract, if you'd have did all that shit, you waited till everything was up and over with to say, well, you know what? I feel like this didn't go right. I feel like that didn't go right. They gonna say, well, why didn't you do all this shit before the contract was up and over with? Man, if y'all think Bob Arum ain't smart enough to cover his ass on $900,000 on what Terence Crawford talking about when the contract is over, Bob Arum been said he can let him go. Why is he speaking like, oh, well, man, I can just let him go, this, that, and the third, and say that shit without worrying about no repercussions? Y'all think Bob Arum say, I just let him go if I owe this man some fucking money? Hell no, bro. So trust and believe, man. Them contracts got a lot of shit in it, and Bob Arum gonna make sure his ass is covered. And Smoke, quit talking about Mikey got shelled. Mikey got shelled because Mikey knew what was going on. Mikey did what he had to do. Mikey took his ass to court while he was under contract, and Mikey won. Period. Mikey took his ass to court while he was under contract, and Mikey won. Canelo took Oscar De La Hoya to court when he was under contract, and he won. These people did not wait till they get out of their contract to say, you know what, some shit didn't go my way, and now you know what, I'm going to sue you because I feel like you owe me money. Even if you do owe him money, like I said, I'm not going to say the breach of contract, he don't have a case on that, because he probably do. That's for him to figure out in what time frame that you're supposed to get paid your money. You know what I mean? That comes within the time frame. You feel me? The breach of contract comes within the time frame. If he can prove within that time frame, Bob Arum was supposed to make this happen and make that happen, and that's the first statement, then he might got a case and he might can get that 4.5 million. But
let me knockout go too.
All right, let me finish this knockout. Got it. With that 10 million that he talking about he's going to get because of that racial injustice shit, or he held my career back because I'm black. Man, you can wipe your ass with that case. You can wipe your ass with it, and you catch that's in the chat that's mad because we telling you that, he can rip it up and get y'all a piece of that paper to wipe y'all ass with as well, because that shit ain't finna have no say so up in that bitch.
Knockout.
Yo. So,
go ahead.
Man, let me first start by saying I'm rooting for Terence Crawford. I hope that he wins.
Me too.
And let me start there, because I don't want anybody to get emotional about the stuff that I'm about to say. So first and foremost, I saw a question earlier talking about this is not about money. This is about the disrespect of American black fighters. If it was about that, he would have sued while he was still under contract. He would have put his money where his mouth is, and he would have fought the fight from that perspective instead of waiting till he got out. He made a decision that was best for him and his family. He wanted to get out of his contract. He wanted to still fight. He wanted to get his bread. There's nothing wrong with that. This is about Terence Crawford trying to get what he believes is his. This is not him trying to be some civil rights activist, some hero. Let's say that shit for Muhammad Ali, who was willing to miss out 2 years of his prime to not go fight in a war that he didn't believe in. Let's say that type of term, hero, civil rights and shit. Let's say that for somebody like that. And Terence Crawford, I'm rooting for him. Hope he's win. Let me start there. As far as the racial shit, when you say that somebody didn't allow you to put Black Lives Matter or something on the ring or whatever, I don't know if he does or doesn't have a case, because at the end of the day, this is just the initial lawsuit. They're not going to show everything that they have to the courts right now. This is just the initial filing. So maybe if it makes it to court, maybe he got some sort of recording. Maybe he got something in writing where he asked Bob Arum to put Black Lives Matter, and they said no. Maybe he does have that, maybe he doesn't. But you're gonna have to be able to prove that with hard evidence, like the brother's been saying. Do you have a tape recording? Do you have something in writing showing that you asked for this shit and they told you no? As far as the breach of contract, I hear everybody saying that, you know, he might have a chance to win that. And what we're talking about is that little provision in the bout agreement with Kalvinoskis, Mean Machine, where he was going to get $900,000 if they didn't give him a Spence fight by December 2020. And Spence was healthy enough to fight, which is proven by the fact that he fought in December 2020. However, if you read through the transcript, this is where money was right on the mark. And I didn't want to steal his thunder. He was right on the mark when he say Bob Arum covered his ass, bro. And he's very smart, because if you go to this document and you read the filing, I'm going to read this to y'all. It says Spence was physically able to compete in professional boxing, and Top Rank was unable to offer Crawford a fight with Spence on or before December 31st, 2020. Crawford will provide this court with a copy of the 2019 Kalvinoskis bout agreement upon Top Rank's approval. That may not mean nothing to a lot of people, but basically Top Rank got to approve for him to even be able to give the courts paperwork. And the reason that they would have to approve that is because he's under a non-disclosure agreement. He signed some shit with Top Rank to where, look, man, if shit goes south, if you don't like something that we do to you and you want to try to go do something, we got to approve that you can provide this shit to the courts. And so let me ask everybody in the chat a question. Somebody suing your ass for damn near $1 million. They suing you for $900,000. And the thing that they need to prove their case, is some paperwork that you got. You gonna give them the paperwork?
You don't have a choice. You're not gonna.
Hold on, coach. Let me finish. The only way that's gonna come to light, that battle agreement that would prove all the shit that Crawford is saying, is if somehow they can subpoena that shit. That's the only way. That's his only shot. But it's a tough hill to climb. It's very tough hill to climb.
It ain't tough hill because everything in discovery that his lawyer's gonna ask for, bruh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been through this shit before, so I talked to y'all on the side about what happened and all of this shit. But I done been through this. So when discovery happens, they're gonna have to give up whatever the fuck they got. They can say whatever they want. That's all that's bullshit. They're gonna have to give up that paperwork. I promise you, it's gonna happen. And all his lawyer gotta do is, he wanted in discovery, I want this, 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 and this, and they gotta give it up. So it ain't gonna be none of that. They can hold the paperwork. That shit ain't gonna happen. I had to sign a non-disclosure before, so I know. I promise you. In discovery,
I've signed plenty of them. But what I'm saying is, based on this, if he didn't try to go through arbitration, because a lot of those things, I'm sure you know this, coach, a lot of those non-disclosure agreements and shit, they'll make it to where, like, hey, before you go to court, you have to go to arbitration with us. You have to go see an arbitrator.
I couldn't even go to court.
Yeah, and so if he did that, like, we can't, like, I hear what you're saying, but we can't act like this is a lawyer that he represented Mikey Garcia, Gabrielle Union. He represented a lot of heavy hitters. He didn't put that shit in here for no reason. He didn't put that Top Rank would have to approve them releasing this shit for no reason. And furthermore, what I would say is this, because I'm not a lawyer, but I do have common sense. What I would say to this is if you Terence Crawford and you his team, if I'm him, I'm throwing tables over, I'm cussing everybody else because everybody out. Because how the hell do you sign some shit to where your promoter is telling you he can promise you a fight with another fighter that ain't even in his promotional company?
Thank you, brother.
How can you sign some shit to where somebody is promising you some shit like he controls Spence? Bob Arum don't got Errol Spence Jr. under contract.
But the thing, well, that's the thing about it, though. That's the thing about it. It wasn't a good faith contract. You understand? So you promised this man something. So you lied to him, and it wasn't in a good. The contract must be in good faith. So you lied to him. You ain't had no control over what Errol Spence do.
But the point I'm making, Coach, is how the hell he couldn't recognize that he was being lied to, bro.
Hey, I can't answer that question for you. But just like Zena just said, arbitration is during the life of the contract. So he probably couldn't sue him while he was with top rank. So he had to wait for the contract to be up for him to be able to sue them. I'm telling you, I'll talk to y'all about it later. But I'm telling you, now that his contract is up, that's why he can sue him. He probably couldn't sue them while he was under contract. See, that's what we don't know.
I hope, man. I'm rooting for him. My only thing is that I hope he has a lot of proof, bro. I hope he has a lot of proof, because Bob Arum got sharks on his side, and Terence Crawford, he got deep pockets, probably compared to all of us. But compared to Bob Arum, it's levels to that shit, man.
To be honest,
so I hope he get it, bro. Like I'm openly rooting for him, because let me say this. Even in the last thing, even if he go ahead, what's up?
I know you read it. Did you see any like hard lining proof that he had for racial discrimination?
No, he don't. Like in this type of filing, like I ain't no damn lawyer, but in this shit, this is just the initial court case. So they ain't gonna put all their eggs in this basket. They just gonna say, look, this is what we suing for, this is what we alleging, these are the damages that we want, this is how much we feel like we owed, and we're gonna prove our case in court. So there's no hard evidence of anything in here. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
I hope he got some shit. I ain't gonna lie,
it's what they basing this shit on. You know what I mean? So, but I'll say this.
Hold on, Zenith, stop talking about the complaint ain't just Bob being a racist. I just went down the whole thing of everything he's suing on. So why are you in here telling me that it's just not a discrimination? Have y'all been on the panel with me the whole time?
Yeah,
did I not go over each individual thing that Bob Arum is suing? I mean that Terence Crawford is suing Bob Arum for.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, you went through it all.
So why, Zenith, why do you keep coming on here talking about it's not just a racial discrimination that he's suing? That's not what I said. I'm saying I went and explained to you where I thought he did have a case and where I think that I didn't see nothing that he had a case for. I don't know what you're not getting about that.
Right now we don't know. Like I said, we don't know what evidence Terence Crawford had. We don't know if he got recordings of him being in the office. We don't know.
Yeah, that's all facts. That's what I hope he got.
So the thing about it is if he presents stuff in court and can prove that part of it, then we gonna all eat crow. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, from the outside looking in, we don't know. And that's the thing. Right now, we doing nothing but speculate. Now, as far as them trying to secure the Errol Spence fight or whatever, he probably gonna get the $900,000, and for the fight that he didn't get in 2019, the second fight, because that's
for the fight that he didn't get. Now the breach of
contract. 2019. He was supposed to have 2 fights in 2019. He only had 1. So that's money that they owe him, because he would, if they would have secured the fight, he would have fought. and he would have made whatever the average. They're gonna average it out and say, well, y'all owe him this because y'all put it in the contract. When they signed,
whatever year it was, to me, he has
2019.
a strong case.
No, it was
He got a
20. It was
strong case for
2020,
that
coach.
second fight.
It was 2020. He fought twice in 2019,
Yeah,
once
that
in
was
2020, and once in
Right.
2020.
Well, if it's in 2020, I don't know if he got a case because in 2020 we was in the middle of a pandemic.
But guess what? They
thing
had fights during the pandemic, Keith.
But
Let me
for
say
a
this,
while
Keith.
they wasn't having fights.
Let me say this, Keith. This is my thing as well, because when we say, oh, he was supposed to have 2 fights in 2020, 2 fights in 2021, right? I'm quite sure in that. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm quite sure. I'm gonna take that back for these niggas start crying again, like look. in the chat. I'm quite sure, like Bob Arum, it's gonna be something that led up to Terence Crawford had to do something with Terence Crawford doing something as well for us. Okay, well, if I can't get you 2 fights in 2020, right? Because I said this as well. When the Pacquiao fight got took off the table, right? Did we see Bud now crying or doing anything to try to get him and maybe he was behind closed doors, we don't know. But all I seen him was just relaxing, not saying shit, right? Bomac going back and forth with us and shit. And I'm like, well, where the fuck is the replacement? Like, what you gonna do? You gonna sit down and go fight once? Like, where's the replacement, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can say something. You don't just sit your ass on the sideline and don't say shit. And that's my whole thing. But that's my whole thing with him, coach. Because to me, you want to be quiet through this whole shit. Oh, I'm just gonna let it happen like how it happened. Let it play out. You and Bomac over here praising Bob Arum and shit, patting him on the back, making him look like a saint. All through this motherfucking time when we seeing this shit our goddamn selves and we calling this shit out on the money, but we get shitted on, right? By Bud, by Bomac, all this, or y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about, all this shit, but we calling this shit out on the money. Where's the replacement fight? Where's the, I can't get a fight, but you wait all this time. And to me, right, I just feel like, and maybe I can be wrong, I don't think you wait till no fucking contract is over to say a man done you wrong, right? I just don't think you wait, bro. And I don't care when nobody say, oh, well, you know, he wanted to get his money. He had to feed his family. And well, if you fought out that contract and you saying where I can go with ease, if Bob Arum saying you can go with ease, right? And I'm quite sure Bob is the type of man to say, okay, when this contract is over with, my ass is covered, right? I lost out on money, this, that, and third. So we don't know, like, and then people want to give Bud the benefit of the doubt. Oh, well, you know, he doing, and not saying you, coach, talk about these suckers. Well, you know, man, y'all want to ride for him and this and that. You know, he got a case on this. Well, what's to say that Bob Arum got a case on this fucking 20 million that he say he missed out on?
But guess what, though? Money.
No, hold on, coach. You don't know what's in the contract. Bob supposed to reap this. You supposed to reap that. I didn't get what I deserve. You probably don't get what you deserve. So in the contract, that bitch probably say, if Bob Arum don't reach this amount of money, and then you don't supposed to get this amount of money. So it's always something to cover their ass, bro. That's a smart ass Jewish motherfucker that was a lawyer before he was a boxing promoter. So that's his field. So we'll just see how it play out.
I mean, like I said, we don't know what was talked about behind closed doors between them. That's
we
one.
We don't know what Bob got in that contract to cover his ass.
But we don't know. We also know for a fact that right now, because it was stated in the lawsuit, and you ain't gonna lie when you file a lawsuit, that
I want to give Bud some credit, bro. I want to give him some credit for this. Like, he ain't moving stupidly with this shit. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, he went and got a lawyer that already defeated Bob Arum once in a similar situation. So I do want to give him that credit.
On that situation knockout, Mikey was under contract. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. He was under contract to where, okay, I got a case.
But who's to say this, money?
Hold on. I just want to
say Bob Arum didn't learn a lesson and put him under a non-disclosure agreement. Then you can't say shit until that fucking contract is up. Then you can't say a damn thing. You understand? So Bud was playing everything close to the vest. We don't know. Until this shit come out and we get all the transcripts in court and see, you know what I'm saying, and see what the contract really stated.
I think Bud flying too close to the sun on this. That's how I feel.
I don't think. I don't think so. I think that
I'm reserving judgment until I have more information. I want to see what type of evidence.
There you go, knockout. That's a very good thought. Yeah.
Well, me
We're gonna be
reading,
talking about this shit for months.
yeah, we will. But me reading, bro, and me seeing the shit that Bud is saying, where he's coming from, bro, and I can see where I see where he's coming from. I see where he's coming, and to me, I don't see no case in there, bro. Like the contract, the 4.5 million, yes, I can see that. The 900,000, possibly, right? Possibly, right? So that ends up to what, about 5.5? But the 10 that they talking about for the racial discrimination and all that shit, like we gonna see. But I just look at it like this, bro. It's gonna be something in that contract, bro, that says it's within a time period, because everything is in a time period. It gotta be in a time frame. And if you go on this motherfucker long, you can say it's undisclosure and you can't talk until it's over with. But I bet you when that motherfucking contract is wrapped up, it's wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? It's wrapped up.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Let me say
Bob
this, or you want to catch this right quick, bro?
Wishing him the best, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping
Bob Arum not the fucking Bob Arum.
Bob Arum is more sharp than Terence Crawford. He's more than.
Hold on, I'm not saying that, but he might not be sharper than that lawyer, that motherfucking Bob that Terence Crawford got. So
that's a Bob Arum contract. That's a Bob Arum.
He done got his ass. He done lost in court before.
Hold on. But
go ahead, Key. My bad.
I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say one thing I do want to say, where even if he lose the case, bro, it could still end up being a win for boxing, and it could still end up being a win for him. Because what I'm hoping comes out of this is all these young ass, talented ass fighters that are under Top Rank or that are thinking of signing the Top Rank. I can think of Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Jared Big Baby Anderson, Xander Zayas, all these great young talents that we have in boxing. Top Rank got a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm hoping comes from this is that they see the writing on the wall. Like, I feel like my complaint for Bud has always been that you didn't see the writing on the wall when Floyd Mayweather put it right in your face.
Right.
So I'm hoping that this younger generation of fighters that we have coming up that are so talented, that could be all-time greats in their own rights. I'm hoping that they paying attention, because Jared Anderson, that's our next great heavyweight hope. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is one of the closest things we've seen to Floyd Mayweather from a skill set perspective in a very long time. Keyshawn Davis, we all see how he look. We all see how he look as a professional. Like, and don't get me started on Abdullah Mason, another cold ass person that they have over there.
That motherfucker looked like Floyd Mayweather.
So what I'm saying is, I hope these young brothers are paying attention. I hope they're being astute enough to follow this case closely, because this is a pattern. Like, this ain't some new shit. People been complaining about Bob Arum doing this shit for years. And so maybe I'm hoping what comes of this is that all these young fighters, they start fleeing Top Rank by the dozens, bro, and they go somewhere else where they treat it better.
So
you know
check
what
this
I'm saying?
out.
No, what they need to be doing.
Check this out.
You know what they need to be doing.
Hold on. You got Keyshawn Davis, right? You got Keyshawn Davis, and he just signed with Top Rank Promotions. Now, Keyshawn Davis actually trains with Terence Crawford and Bomac and all of them. Why the fuck would you have Keyshawn Davis signed with Top Rank if you knew that he was doing all that?
Yeah.
Well, this is probably.
Well, what?
Hold on. Let me say something. As we all know, that first contract with Bob Arum, he gets you where you need to be. Now we can all agree upon that.
So you gonna sign with a slave master just as long as he gets you where you need to be?
I don't agree with it, but this is what I'm saying. You also have to understand this. We don't know what environment. We don't know what environment. We don't know where these kids coming from, what their educational background is. Hold on, Keon, listen to what I'm saying. When people put upfront money into fucking people's face they ain't have shit, motherfuckers gonna sign, bro. And now the main thing is this. My thing is this. What all these young fighters need to do, they need to go talk to Devin Haney and start learning how to do business like him. That's what they need to do. Where they making their own fucking promotion company, where they doing their own thing. That's where they need to, and learning the business. That's what they need to do.
Let me read this super chat. My man Zenith 360 said he said he wasn't talking to me, he was talking with the chat. Okay. My bad. I thought you were like, man, I just broke down the whole thing.
I want to address this. Oh no, you got another super chat. I'm sorry, bro.
Let me Dundada. in the super chat. He says Bud has some up his sleeve, or he's ill advised. And so my thing is, right, I'm telling you from what I read, right, where I felt that he had a case, and where I felt that he didn't have no case at all, from what I read. Now I keep hearing y'all talk about, oh, well, we don't know what they didn't put in there. We don't know what they have, you know what I'm saying, that we don't know about. No, we don't know. You don't know. None of us know. All we could go off of, the only thing we could go off of is, do he have a case from what is in that 24-page lawsuit, right? What's in the files of those papers? What's on those papers? That's the only thing I can go off. We can't go off of, well, he probably got this, and they ain't gonna put out. Yeah, he could, but we're talking about from what we read, right? I can't speak on, oh, well, man, he probably got this and he probably got that, because I don't know, and nobody else knows. We only can speak on what's out there in front of us, what we can go get and what we can read. That's it.
Facts. And another
we can
thing,
speculate on, if and Bud, and what if he got this, and what if such and such said this. We can do that all day.
Let me say this, because it was a question in the chat that says they don't go to Top Rank. Who they gonna sign to? PBC, who lets prospects fight one time a year. That's a false ass narrative, bro. Number one, David Morrell himself, who got made a champion by PBC, he fought 2 times in 2021, 2 times in 2020, and 2 times in 2019. Another prospect, Frank Martin, just fought 2 times in 2021, 2 times in 2020, and 4 or 5 times in 2019. Their fighters fight. If they want to push you, you get fights, bro. And the alternative is what? What's the alternative? Like, at some point, these young fighters, these great talents, they have to decide what's more important to them. Do you want upfront money to be treated like shit in the long run, or do you want to go somewhere? And it ain't got to be PBC shit. The Zone seem like they will be willing, based on what I seen of them. You get him a gas stable and see if you don't get card after card after card after card after card. Because for all the shit we can say about Eddie Hearn, I need somebody to answer this one question. How many times have you ever heard Eddie Hearn speak negatively about Devin Haney?
man,
About any fighter. None of his fighters.
About anybody under his tutelage.
Look what
So
Eddie
miss
did
me
for
with
fucking
that shit,
Tevin.
bro.
Look what Eddie did for fucking Tevin Foreman, bro. Tevin had 4 fucking losses under his belt.
You ain't lying. I thought it was 6. I thought it was
probably was 6 shit. Well, he got a couple after that. So, but nonetheless, though, it's what he did for him. So it ain't
And on top of that, before I lose my train of thought, money, and I'll be quiet.
Go ahead, bro.
And on top of that, another thing that Eddie Hearn does, his champions, they get rematches, homie. Even Bob Arum people, guess what? Teofimo Lopez was able to run off on his ass. No rematch clause. You can call him rematch room all you want to, but if I'm a fighter and I know you protecting me because you're gonna let me get my rematch, you're gonna let me try to go get my belts back. That's another thing he do for his fighters, bro. His champions, his up-and-coming fighters, they get a chance to go get their get back if they do lose. So we ain't gonna act like Top Rank is the only above all option for young up-and-coming fighters. Yes, they got a great stable. Yes, they running the game with all the prospects right now. But I hope those same prospects are paying attention, because the moment you start winning championships and it's really time to give you that push, they'll push your ass right out the door, push you right up under the table. Just go ask Shakur Stevenson why he ain't fighting Oscar Valdez, bro. Go ask him why he can't get Valdez. When it was Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, all they cared about was in-house unification fights. Now that it's Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, we ain't hearing shit about that. They want to give us Valdez and fucking Navarrete, bro.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Wake up, dog.
Snacks B said Bud moves around very patiently. Look how Bud moved, bro. Bud moved fucked up. I'm gonna give it to you raw. He moved fucked up. He doesn't move smart. Like Bud ain't never showed me no smart strategic moves. He really ain't. You got to tell me what you mean by look how Bud moving.
Thank you.
I look at it like this.
You got a nice ass super chat right there, kid.
That's my brother Emmanuel super chat.
Yeah, my man Emmanuel H in the building with that super chat. I appreciate you coming in
Dropping
the
that
building, man, showing love.
Boy.
Hey, my man, he says salute. He says, gotta get this out of the way. Cowgirls gonna win. He said, go win. Hey, don't trip out, knockout. You don't misread it. He had a typo. He had a typo knockout. He said, we gonna win. He says, hope all the kings on the panel having a money-making day. To all the kings and queens in the chat, salute, wishing everyone great health, success. Now let's get this boxing talk. Man, I appreciate you once again, Emmanuel H. I appreciate
Emmanuel, we can put an extra 50 push-ups on it.
And let me say
We can put an
guys.
extra 50 push-ups on it, Emmanuel. If that's how you feel. I don't know if you're a 49er fan or something, but we can put an extra 50. Like I ain't the type of Cowboy fan as I'm scared and worried. Like, bro, what's up?
Fuck, hey, Money. I wanted to tell you this, Money.
Huh?
Fuck your Rams, nigga.
Man, I'm sorry. Coach, I apologize, Coach, to all the Saints fans. I came on my show. I said to all the Saints fans, I apologize, and not only that, because I feel like
since y'all lost, they got kicked out.
Yeah, and I feel like we older because the year we went to the Super Bowl, boy, that was a pass interference out this world. I said when my nigga man, I can't get his name right now though. What is crazy as though, I love his style, I love his energy and everything. He called it. He said it himself. He like, man, that was a pass interference like a mother. He like, they ain't call it, but bro, I feel like I'm like shit. That's why even when the play happened, knockout, I'm like, that go our fucking game, man. Motherfucking pass interference. We ain't going to no goddamn Super Bowl. They didn't call it. They ain't call it. They ain't gonna call it. Oh, the game over. So I feel like we owe the child that, bro. These motherfuckers went out there and dropped the fucking ball. And not only dropped
and the Saints been so hurt the whole year. We had 22 players out. Yeah. We lost our quarterback, but we've been having COVID.
Everything, bro.
And guess what? I'm so proud of them because they played their ass off and we just that last 2 weeks, them boys was doing their thing. We ended up 9-8. And we ain't have all our players, so it is what it. Our defense.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm kind of glad the Rams lost though, because I'd much rather see the 49ers over the Cardinals.
It must have been the Rams, Eagles. It must have been the Bucks, Saints. It must have been the 49ers. The Cowboys and the Cardinals. I say, boy, the Cowboys got to play these Cardinals after they just beat their ass. I say, oh shit, boy.
And we shut Tampa Bay ass down twice.
Tampa's gonna beat the fuck out of y'all, though, Coach.
Money,
boy,
against
beat the shit out.
That was a fumble, right? That was a fumble, right? At the end of the game, man, they cheated us, bro. I said, there was a fumble in that Cardinals game that we recovered. They cheated us, bro.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? That's okay. When we win the Super Bowl this year, bro. I'm gonna do a Super Bowl live stream, bro.
Are you crazy, boy?
What are you talking about? The Cowboys? Man, stop.
Who you think I'm talking about?
Y'all make it to the next round.
Hey, y'all stop.
Make it to the next round.
Hey, refresh my memory, Coach. What happened in the Cowboys Saints game this year?
And what happened in it? You tell me.
We smashed on y'all, bro.
What happened in that game? What happened in the game?
We won.
Yeah, you see, you don't want to see everything. See, what happened in the game?
All that matters is the W.
All right. Well, y'all got the W this year. It's all.
I'm gonna say this. The Saints or the Cowboys ain't getting passed around. So I'm gonna say this about Terence Crawford.
Man, you crazy, man.
I'm gonna say this about Terence Crawford, man. Listen,
get back there, cause we want all the smoke with Stafford. Go ahead and talk about Bud. Cause we want Stafford. We want him. He garbage, bro.
We seen Earl garbage. 5,000 passing yards this year. Yes, sir.
How many pick sixes he threw?
That don't mean nothing. 5,000 passing yards.
Hey, remind me again, bro.
They threw an intercept the last game. Cost us a damn.
How many playoff games has Matthew Stafford won? I forgot. I can't look it up right now.
When has Matthew Stafford had a top defense? Like, let's keep it real. Yes, he had Megatron over there, but he never had a defense like that. Even though we kind of hurt on defense. Let me get back to this Terence Crawford stuff, man. Look,
go ahead, man.
What Coach was saying about these kids coming up is 120% right, and I don't have a problem. And I know people be like, "Oh, don't do this." I don't have a problem with that Bob Arum starter kid over there, bro. That starter kid is a motherfucker. That's one thing he's going to do. The thing about Bob Arum, he can turn you into a star. He can make you. It's the thing about him is he feel like he deserves everything after he turn you to a fucking star. He feel like he don't deserve shit. You know what I'm saying? So After the first contract, I think you should get the fuck on. Same like we say with Floyd Mayweather. Let's keep it real. Floyd Mayweather, if you're good enough, now this ain't just for anybody. Now you got to be good enough to get there. Now, if you're good enough to get there, they can help get you to that star power level. But you got to know when it's like when you got to walk away, bro. You got to be man enough to know, like, okay, thank you for the help. Of course, you'll get backlash from theirs. They're gonna feel like they owed you. I mean, you owe them this, that, and the third. But man, listen, you made money off me. I made money off of you. Thank you so much. It's a business deal with this boxing game, bro. You got to understand. So we seen Earl Spence turn down the money and become what he is. We seen Terence Crawford take the money and become what he is. My thing with Bud is, bro, I just feel like while the shit going on, you know this shit. Like, you can't let a motherfucker fuck you over through your career, knowing he fucking you over. Then when you get to the end, you want to say something about it, right? Like, come on, bro. You should have stood up for yourself and dropped your balls in them contracts. And I promise you, bro, he still would he would have came out better if he'd have stood up for himself in that contract than after the contract. If you'd have took that shit to court while you was in the contract and people keep saying, oh, well, the money, he would have still won his money over. You probably would have been out the contract and you probably would have been big enough to still start your own promotion company that you got now. You still don't want to do it now. I don't know why, but you still would have been in a great fucking position, bro. You would have been in a great. Look what Mikey Garcia did when he got out that fucking contract, bro. Everybody who left Bob Arum, bro, made the biggest money of their fucking career once they got the fuck away from Bob Arum. And everybody, they either bought themselves out of their contract or they took his ass to court to get out of the contract. Not when the contract was over. You let him fuck you over for an extra 3 to 4 more years. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You got to be a man about that shit. So I blame you and Bo Mac as well. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mac filling up his pockets too.
There you go. That's the one. That's the one you need to be. He need to be looking cross-eyed at right there. You understand? And you know he's a big influence. He's a big influence on Terence. You know what I'm saying? He's a big influence. And when go ahead.
Oh, hold on. My man Emmanuel H back in that super chat. He talking to Knockout. He said, Knockout, no, sir. He said he ain't putting no bets on that game. He said he ain't no 49ers fan, but I ain't willing to put Mexican dollars on that game. He said he ain't willing to put Mexican dollars on the game. He said hashtag them boys, hashtag the Saints.
Damn, I'm sorry, man, bro. Man, the Saints saying, bro.
Huh?
Now the Rams supposed to got the Saints in. We supposed to be playing the fucking Eagles instead of the fucking Bucks.
Y'all did the Rams. Y'all did the Saints dirty. Man, dog.
We did our damn self dirty. We got to be road warriors now. And I'm nervous as a motherfucker.
It's a salute to my man Emmanuel H coming through once again. And then Dundada in the super chat, he says, Bob gives you the wings. It's up to you to fly. Appreciate you, Dundada. Man, it's like I've been saying that, but if I'm Bud Crawford and I have Keyshawn Davis, all of them training with me, right? And they looking around to who to sign with, and Keyshawn Davis just was with Eddie Hearn. I'm telling him, look, man, this motherfucker racist. You know what I'm saying? He racist. Don't do no business with him. But obviously, Terence Crawford didn't tell Buddy that. He didn't tell Buddy that. Because Buddy just signed a long-term deal with Top Rank, Keyshawn Davis. So, I mean, that shit looked real funny to me. If the man is this racist, but your stablemate, a young stablemate that you had a chance to advise and tell him what not to do, he goes and signs a long-term contract with Top Rank.
Well, just like I said, bro, he went and took this shit. He see when ESPN got involved and they put that money in front of Bud and said this was you guaranteed and all of this shit. That's why they signed that contract. And Bud didn't bet on himself. That's what he didn't do.
Yeah, and another thing.
And that's the main thing. When you that talented and you know you that talented, you bet on yourself. You don't go to nobody else but bet on yourself. And that's why you got to give Devin so much respect. That's why you got to give Errol Spence so much respect, because of the fact that
they got them strong fathers behind them advising.
True. Hey, I no doubt about it, bro. Shout out to their dads, bro. Hey, no doubt about it, because Errol Spence, he did what he went and formed his own company. So now he get part of the promotion. Devin Haney, he did the same thing. And you're right. You know, these kids, a lot of these kids don't have the father figures or the fathers with the knowledge to be able to do the stuff that they did. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a rough situation that some of these kids come out of, man. So, you know, that money be in front of their face, and they like, man, I'm gonna be able to do this and that. So, you know, I'm gonna be able to feed my family. I'm gonna be able to take care of my mama, because that's most of them thoughts right there. I'm gonna be able to take care of my mama.
Joe Jack said Shakur called Arum racist. He said he says them fighters know Arum is racist. Y'all forgetting Jay Prince influence and power though. Well, this is the thing. And Shakur is Keyshawn Davis's best friend. If Shakur calling him racist and you seeing how he treats Shakur, this showing you something. It's showing you that at the end of the day, they ain't giving a fuck about that. All they giving a fuck about is that money that they getting up front. You know what I'm saying? So niggas that get to crying about racism and all of that shit, but you wouldn't cry when the man put that bread in front of your face, right? You wasn't crying about it when he was putting that bread in front of your face.
You know, like.
And that's the thing I got a problem on. Hold on. That's the thing that I have a problem on. If you're going to stand on some shit, stand on some shit. Don't wait to the end. Like Money said, till you done got paid and everything. Now you want to act like the man was racist. When we've been telling you a long time ago that the way he runs shit, you know what I'm saying? He was doing you wrong because you was a black fighter. You didn't want to stand on that shit back then. But now all of a sudden you want to stand on it. You know, and then when we told you to go do business with Al Haymon, the black man, you was talking bad about him. Talking hella shit about Al Haymon. Behind the scenes. Telling people that you fuck with behind the scenes that you will never do no business with PBC and Al Haymon, right? But then you want to use him as an example in your lawsuit. I don't like the shit. I mean, I'm rooting for him to win, but I don't like how he now it's like some OJ Simpson shit to me. Let's keep it real. Terence Crawford don't even fuck with niggas like that. Let's keep it 100. It's just like some OJ shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know the story with OJ, but OJ didn't have nothing to do with black people, period. He didn't want to have nothing to do with black people. He didn't. But when he got in that shit, right? When he got in that shit, involved with his ex-wife, that white woman, right? What they had to do is they went to OJ's house. The lawyers, they took all the lawyers went to OJ's house the night before they was gonna have the jury walk through OJ's house, right? Because they had all the jury, and all the jury was black. Everybody on that jury panel damn near was black, right? The night before, the lawyers, they went to OJ's mansion. And they went to OJ's mansion and they saw nothing but white people on OJ's wall. He didn't have not one black person on his wall. It was all whites on his wall. OJ with this white man and this white lady and this white man. It was all white people on his wall. They said it looked like you was walking into a white family's home. He did not have nothing black, right? So what they did the night before is the lawyers, they stayed up that whole night and they took all of them pictures down from his wall and they replaced it with pictures of black people, right? So when the jury walked through, you know, shit, it looked like OJ was damn near pro-black. It looked like that OJ fucked with black folks. He said, damn. And during that whole trial, OJ, he needed black people on his side then, right? He needed the black people to run with him, right? That's Terence Bud Crawford. When you look at Terence Bud, you don't never see him fucking with no blacks. You really don't. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now he want to use, you know what I'm saying? He need black people to stand behind him. Now he using Al Haymon in his lawsuit as examples. Before that, he ain't want nothing to do with the black man out, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to, you know, use racism and all that shit.
But it benefits you.
It's benefit you. Before, when we was talking about the Black Lives Matter and shit, Terence Crawford ain't have shit to say about nothing. But now, all of a sudden, y'all niggas is forgetting, just like we did with OJ. But you know what I'm saying? Don't let me tell it, because y'all know everything. He went from being treated like silly from The Color Purple, and now acting like he Denzel. He now acting like the Denzel
of actors.
Yeah, bro. That's all I'm saying. But ain't nobody gonna talk about this but me. Ain't nobody gonna bring this up because y'all gonna act like it's you know, Bud has just been pro-black and but man, miss me with all that bullshit. Yeah, BL say, does the end Bud camp saying Al was the holdup? He says, does this end Bud's camp saying Al was the holdup?
Nope, because they talking about they saying PBC right now that they saying, oh, they ain't got enough money for the Earl Spence and the Crawford fight. So no,
but
bro.
Then it's like, why y'all? We need to stand behind Bud, and I feel like that too. But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, that nigga wasn't giving a fuck about nobody black. So now all of a sudden we need to pretend like Bud Crawford really been holding it down for blacks, and he give a fuck about blacks. Come on, man.
I'm not getting into all of that shit, dog.
I am.
Look,
yeah, but this real shit.
Exactly, because Coach, and look, this not mean we don't want Bud to win the case. We want him to win the case. All I'm saying is we were saying this shit even when we said this shit to Bo Mac. Bo Mac told us we don't know what the fuck we talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like we said this shit. Oh man, y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about, man. Or like okay, bro, like we saying this shit, but we stupid and we just some dumbass fans that just on YouTube. We just running our mouth. We don't know what the fuck going on behind the scenes. And then when the shit hit the fan, right? Come on, man. Come on.
Right.
I ain't even trying to say right now.
Because now he needs the black people to stand up and get behind him, right?
Hey, we don't know what kind of
stand up and get behind him now.
All I'm saying is, Coach, is drop your fucking nuts, man. Period. If you're gonna be a man about the situation, if a motherfucker fucking me up, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna fuck me over, and I'm just gonna sit up here and just take it, let you beat the fuck out of me all the way to the end, right? And then come out and say, you know what? That's like you said, man. Look, that's like a motherfucker raping you, and then you wait till the motherfucker died to expose the shit. Like, man, fuck all that, bro.
Hey, my man, get the smoke. He said, remember when Michael Jackson went to the Nation of Islam once they came for the Beatles catalog? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when I see what's going on with Bud, it's kind of the same shit, bro. It's the same shit. Now you all of a sudden you ain't never had one. You ain't never said shit about shit that had to do with blacks. Now all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, but my man Zenith 360 in that super chat. What's happening with it, Zenith? He says, I agree with that part. But ego stubbornness had him attacking Heyman and blaming them for everything. Even Spence told him Bob was lying and he would be his biggest. Bob was lying and he would be his biggest fight. He ignored the warning. And on top of that, right? Let's not act like we don't see how Bud acting, right? He could have been trying to get some business done with Errol Spence, but he was too good to go over there and fuck with the black man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I heard about him when he do like, you know, when his fights or at the fights, he don't want to talk to the black YouTube guys.
You don't fuck with no black media except for old baby.
Being told me the way he act, bro, and I'm like, man. That's some terrible shit, bro.
But now, you know what I'm saying? Now he gonna want the black people to get behind him. Well, and I see all of the black people getting behind him. But how fast we forget that he didn't want to fuck with your black ass before.
Well, I don't know if he want us behind him or not. I'm not gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is this.
Coach, whenever you come out and say some racial injustice shit, you want the black people behind you.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, talking about some Black Lives Matter.
I don't know.
Black Lives Matter was going on. The nigga didn't say shit about nothing.
I don't know who pulled up the story. You know what I'm saying? If it was a white reporter or not. And not to say that he's suing Top Rank for whatever reason, the racism or whatever. But as far as him wanting our support, I don't know if he want our support. I don't know what. But as a black person, just because that's in our nature and we real niggas, we want him to win. Now, do he care about what we think or not? Probably not. He don't give a fuck what we think. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is I don't care if Bob Crawford want to hang with black folks, white folks. I don't give a shit. That's him. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
Let me read this dude comment. Talking about Seattle Sonics, talking about Black Lives Matter being pro-black has nothing to do with boxer suing his promoter. Just say you don't mess with Bud. You ignorant clown. You ignorant ass clown. It do have something to do with Bud because that's what Bud put in the lawsuit. Motherfucking dummy. That's what we're talking about. Black Lives Matter. But one of his issues that he put in the lawsuit was that Top Rank was refused to put Black Lives Matter logo on their fucking mats during the Black Lives Matter movement, you ignorant fucker. What the fuck is you talking about? Just say I don't like Bud.
Yeah, just cuss like a white person. Fuck.
God damn, motherfucker. Shit.
Now that's more black. There you go.
God damn. Shit, bro. I don't know where these niggas come up with this shit for. Talking about, let's just say, like I made this shit up. Like I'm just talking about Black Lives Matter and coming up with the shit like I didn't make this shit up. You know what I'm talking about? And
man, I tell you what, bro, it's just like this. He I just didn't understand what he signed back with him for. He didn't get you the Manny Pacquiao fight. That was my thing when he first signed that contract. I'm like, dude, why did you go back? And Floyd had warned you. That's the thing.
Exactly, coach.
Floyd had warned you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
you saw all the time, but there's a reason, bro. And you on that level, gifted. You know what I'm saying? You got gifted, bro. But the main thing is, I think, Bud, I'm gonna tell you like this: there's certain people who get up and want to do business and take care of their own business. I think that he was letting other people take care of his own business. And that's why he made his mistake, right? And he, you know, look, Terrence, this is gonna be a good deal right here, bro. This and this and that. Instead of Terrence being like, you know what, nigga, I'm betting on myself. How about that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He should have been did that though, coach. He should have been bet on himself. When
you have
no trying to tell him, don't sign with Top Rank. We had a whole campaign talking about do not sign with Top Rank. Don't sign with Top Rank. Who he gonna sign with? Who? And then he, you know what I'm saying, sign right back with Top Rank. Bo Mac fat ass, all on motherfucking black Trill boxing talk. Yeah, we said we get more money than everybody. Look, we didn't sign the ESPN contract. Yeah, you know. He want to go sign with the white man.
He gonna keep his fat mouth closed now, though. I bet you don't show shit no more, cause motherfucker gonna throw that shit. I thought y'all had it going on over there, bro. What the fuck happened, cuz?
Bo Mac, right? Bo Mac, he have his fat ass sitting up there doing commentary with Top Rank. He invested. He have all his fighters signed with Top Rank.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Yeah, that's all.
They got. That's why they didn't want to go to Al Heyman, bro. I'm telling you, if you didn't went to Al Heyman's gonna open up them brooks, and Al Heyman is gonna say, "Hey, Terrence, you know, Bo Mac is like, you know, a little 6 feet extra deep in your pockets. You know that, right? Like you need to bring his hand out a couple notches. Like he getting a little extra than what he's supposed to be getting around this motherfucker. So you know, so when people tell you, "Oh, fuck Al Heyman." Fuck you mean fuck Al Heyman? Like,
so check this out, y'all.
Yeah, like Al Heyman did you something, nigga. He ain't do you nothing.
Right. But so check this out, right? So check this out. I'm listening to Rick Glacier. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker. Fred had Rick Glacier on his show last night. Hell of a show. But Rick Glacier said that now Terence Crawford then fucked up. He said Terence Crawford is really fucked up. He said because now you got it to where Eddie Hearn already said he ain't doing no business with you, right? You got it to where PBC ain't fucking with you, and you done talked about them like a dog. And he said before Top Rank was the only one he could go back and do business with anytime, right? He said Top Rank was the only one he could go back and do business with, right? Now he can't go and get that motherfucking the Josh Taylor fight at Top Rank. He said because that was a big fight. If everything else fails, he could have went to Top Rank and he could have got the Josh Taylor fight. So he said now he can't even do that. Now let me read this. Let me read this super chat from my man Emmanuel H, and then we're gonna talk about that real quick. He says, "Bro, got that Stockholm syndrome." He said,
"Pull it up."
"Oh yeah." He said, bro, got the Stockholm syndrome." He said, Bob was slapping him out He said Bob was slapping him out anytime he brought up the Manny fight. He said Bob Backlund stronger than every pimp in the world. He said Bob told Bud, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap, motherfucker, slap. Yeah.
And let me say this, Keith, and I don't cut, but that's all I'm saying, bro. How can you go through this shit? That's like a relationship, right? And you just know what we always talking about. He just beating the shit out your ass, boom, boom. You like, oh man, she gonna go back to him. You feel me? Like, oh man, I'm not gonna go over there and do that. We say that all the time, don't we? Like, bro, he whoop my ass all the time. She ain't finna do nothing but go right back to him. And that's kind of how that relationship was, bro. Like, you sit up here, you go through this whole situation, and you know this man treating you wrong. Bo Mac know this man treating you wrong. Y'all know this shit going on while y'all going through all of this, but you want to wait all the way to the end to say, I need help. Looking ass. Nah, man, why you ain't saying all this shit when you was going through the shit, bro? That's the whole situation.
Emmanuel ain't saying it's a straight slap out session.
This nigga gonna sit here and once he wouldn't have gave me the Manny Pacquiao fight, that would have been it for me with this nigga, right? I'd have been done with fucking Bob Arum right then and there. You lied, motherfucker. You say you was getting me the fucking fight. Now he gone. I can't get the fucking fight. You done let Tim Bradley fight him 3 fucking times. I can't get one fight with him. Nigga, I'm done with you. Fuck you. I'm done.
3 times. And then Tim Bradley get a fight with Pacquiao. Tim Bradley get a fight with Marquez. You mean you can make this shit happen with Tim Bradley, but you can't make this shit happen with me. But the thing is, like I say, he thought that Mayweather fight was coming back, bro. I'm telling you, he knew it. Oh, I don't want to put him in there because I think he's going to get hurt. Man, Marquez just knocked his ass out smooth. I mean, we thought that motherfucker was dead. Jicky was ready to break your neck to get inside the ring. We thought he was dead. And guess what? You was ready to put him back in there with Marquez, but you afraid of what Terence Crawford going to do to him. Man, you ain't got no
I'm not fucking with that. I don't fuck with that. I watched the Rick Glacier interview on Fred channel. On Barbershop Conversations. That shit was that shit was heat. So, I watched that shit on Fred channel. That other shit, I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, man. So hey, man, you know,
but
he let it happen to himself, bro.
So let's before we get off of here real quick, I just want to touch on that. Old dude was saying that it's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, Bud Crawford pretty much then fucked himself because Eddie Hearn is like, nah, I ain't fucking with him. PBC, we just heard what Terence Smith said, right? And now he can't even fuck with his old promoter, Top Rank, because he got them in the lawsuit. And he can't even get the Josh Taylor fight now because Josh Taylor under Top Rank. So, bruh, like, there's some serious shit with
yeah, but if Errol go and beat Ugas, bro, they gonna make that fight. And
now he really gonna have to bow down to Errol wishes. He ain't gonna be. We heard what Terence Smith say. Terence Smith basically said, "Hey, we ain't finna pay him no lot of money." He said the man don't even command $5 to $6 million. That's what Tim Smith said about. He said he don't command $5 to $6 million.
I ain't gonna say that because he made 6 million.
Bullshit too.
Oh, you say he don't what?
Command.
Or maybe that was Rick Blake. Who said
Bud on the 10.
He 5 to 6 million.
But 5 to 6 million. I don't agree with that.
No. He said he getting paid. He said he's not going to accept getting paid less than 5 to 6 mil like that because that's what he was getting paid. And he says, you know, the money ain't there. It ain't there.
Errol Spence fight.
He said it ain't there.
He should get that money. Yeah, he should. I think that money gonna be there, man. Like that's why I say people keep saying it ain't there. We'll just see when that time comes, bro. Because everybody wants that fucking fight. Everybody and their mama pay for that shit. So I'm quite sure they know that fight. You know, it's
Well,
Right,
when
Ricky
he was saying,
Williams.
he said no. He said this. What he said? They not gonna pay for it. They gonna stream it. That's what he kept saying on Fred's show. Like they ain't paying for it. They gonna stream it. The people that
Who?
saying that they ain't gonna pay for it. They stream it.
Who?
The dude that was on Fred's show. He
Nah,
said
he I don't remember him saying that. I remember that. I remember Tim Smith saying that.
right. Tim
Rick
Smith.
Glacier didn't say
That's
that.
why.
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, Tim Smith
Tim
said
Smith
that.
said that, not Rick Glacier. Rick
Yeah.
Glacier was on Fred's show. Tim Smith was on the PBC podcast. So
Right.
we you know what I'm saying? Let's clear that up before they get it mixed up. Rick
Right.
Glacier,
Right. My bad. But
bro, I don't care about that channel, Dundada. Quit talking about that channel in my chat, bro. I don't care about that shit. I said that I watched the Rick Glacier, right, at Fred, the barbershop conversation interview. Quit bringing that other channel up in my chat, bro. Chill. That's my last time telling you that shit. If you want to go hear what Rick Glacier shit said, go to Fred Barbershop Conversations.
right.
Man,
Like I said, bro, he just
stop promoting that bullshit over here, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what channel that is. I don't want to know. I'm talking about. I saw it on Fred channel. Go to Fred channel if you want to see Rick Glacier interview. He talked about a lot. Let me Zenith 360 say part of Bud lawsuit is the fraudulent representation that hurt his future promotional and fight earnings and deals, which is exactly what Tim Smith said, and Hearn is partially proved that. Yeah, and I agree with you. That's part of his lawsuit. And see, my thing's in it. Like I said, if he got some stronger evidence for the if he has stronger evidence in his lawsuit that we ain't seen for the discrimination part, well, then he might. But if he don't, if all he got is that shit that he put in them, that he put in their complaint, that 23-page, 24-page complaint, if that's all he got, he should have left that part out.
Yeah, but the complaint, that's just a filing. All the evidence got to come out later. So that's just a filing, So we'll see when all of the shit come out. We'll be able to go through the whole everything that the stenographer takes, and we'll be able to see actually what happened and be able to see everything. So I mean, everything right now is a lot of speculation on everybody's part. So we'll see it later. What really is gonna go down, So,
Right.
Like I said, when he made that fucking deal, bro, I just can't get over that, bro. Like, dude, you got to be able to think for your fucking self at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that got me more than anything, Key. It's the fact that, dude, you could have been worth so much more money, but you went and signed back with this motherfucker, and he shitted on you once. He gonna continue to dangle shit in front of your face and lie to you. That's the shit that get me with him, bro. You fucking
right.
Floyd would talk to you personally and told you. That's the thing, bro. This fucking man is a billionaire, bro. You refuse to bet on yourself with that type of talent. The dude is fucking extremely talented. And you didn't bet on yourself. And now you paying the price right now for not betting on yourself. And fuck the white man or whoever. Dude, bet on yourself when you got that kind of talent, bro.
Right. Emmanuel H. My man Emmanuel H says, bro, EJ better offer Bud a 95-5 split since he wanted to be hard-headed. Man, for real. Hey, real talk. You want to be hard-headed, you talking about you don't need me, my little career. Hold on, coach. Remember, I don't need him. He done in his little career. Don't nobody need him. I'm this and I. Now what? Who you need now? Who you need now? Huh? All that shit you talking finna come bite you in your motherfucking ass. Now you gonna need the black man, right? All that shit you was talking about PBC behind the scenes, yeah, they told me how you was talking bad. Talking about you'll never do business with Al Heyman. You'll never do business with them. And fat ass Bowman, oh, fuck PBC, fuck Al Heyman. Fuck them. Yeah, now you're gonna need them. Now you're gonna need the man that has a little career that ain't accomplished nothing in his little career. Yeah, you're gonna need him now. Huh? What Errol Spence say? Emmanuel H. What Errol Spence say? How tables turn. Tables turn. How the tables turn. Now, you know, I hope he come through and I hope he win this. At the end of the day, I do hope that Bud win. But man, I ain't just gonna forget about all of the shit that you done said. All of the slick shit you done said, right? We ain't gonna forget about that. We ain't gonna forget about, I'm not finna let you forget about all the slick shit that you done said. Now you want to come and use Black Lives Matter and all. Now you want to, now you want to be black. Now you want to fuck with the black folks. You know what I'm talking about? But they you know what I'm saying? But I guess I'm supposed to forget about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to forget about all that shit. My job ain't to motherfucking lick Bud Crawford's ass. That ain't my job. Yes, sir. But man, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. We did almost 3.5 hours today. Great, another great show. Another great show. I appreciate everybody that came through. Like I said, hit the like button. Tomorrow, we doing the big show, the breakdown, the Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter, and Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. We breaking down both fights on screen, right? We going from one fight to another, round by round, and we gonna see what we see. So don't forget, you know what I'm saying? The show tomorrow finna be lit. I appreciate everybody for coming through the building. Hit the like button. Everybody that came through, my man Emmanuel H, Zenith 360. Everybody that came through in that super chat. Same time, Zenith. My show starts. I'm gonna give you the time rundown. It is at 12:30 Pacific, 1:30 Mountain Time, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 on the East Coast tomorrow. So it's going down. So yeah, hit my like button before we get up out of here, and I appreciate you. We gone.